So yeah, little technical thing there, but welcome to Tempting Fate, and welcome to the third part of our Ghostbusters game. We have been having an awesome time with this. We've had some great guests and some amazing stuff. There's dice flying all over the place. Welcome to Tempting Fate. First let me start off by, as usual, thank you to Dom and Saving Throw, and to John Harper, who designed Lasers and Feelings, the game that we play here. And let me, now introduce our players. Of course, we have our regulars tonight, Sam Glev,
That's me.
and Max Isaacson, and Gina DeVivo. And we have a couple of very special guests tonight, two people who are new to stream, I think first stream. First, we have a second DeVivo. Yeah, we didn't think our level of DeViviness was quite high enough, so we doubled down and we brought you Elisa DeVivo, Gina's sister, our good friend, and thank you to everybody subbing. We'll go over all that in a second. Thank you, everybody, and also Devin called the man they call Denoba, our great friend.
Oh yeah, never done it before in my life.
So, a nickname Denoba comes from the Proto-Indo-European word for Twitch mod.
I'm gonna use that. That's great.
Yes, that is going to be.
You get used to business cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that. Definitely do that now.
Yeah, no, he's our great friend in the chats and all, behind the scenes, and I wanted to get him out here, and it's nice to, have you on this side for a change. Okay, what else do we have to do? Okay, so let me plug. Did you know that there is a Saving Throw Discord, and in the Saving Throw Discord there's a Tempting Fate room, and in the Tempting Fate room you can find our previous game skins like Evil Dead and Fast and the Furious and Toy Story and Lost, and all sorts of other little stuff. Sometimes there are little bonus things about games. And right now I am asking you, it's like go to the Saving Throw Discord, go to the Tempting Fate room, and let us know what worlds you might want to see us visit in Season 4, or what worlds you might want to see us revisit.
Ginger Day!
Thank you, Jason. What worlds you might want to see us revisit that we've already been in, and just go leave us your thoughts. We're interested.
And because just for that, Spaceballs. Please do
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
Oh my god.
I would.
So much merchandising.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list.
We just run a merchandising shop.
That's it.
Spaceballs universe.
Yep.
We sell
I would love
lunchboxes
that.
and cardboard
A
cutouts.
Flamethrower.
It's just a gift shop.
Toilet paper.
We play our cards right. We're merchandising in space this episode.
Yeah.
It's true.
Always been busted.
Right. Always be best.
All right. So, let me see if I can blast through this real fast. Donations. You guys have been amazing with us this season. Saving Throw gets by entirely on what you give. You guys maintain this platform for us to do this. You are the only thing that keeps this going, and you've been incredible, and we are incredibly grateful for it. As usual, tonight we have Carrier Penguins. If you want, you can send a Carrier Penguin with a message, and I want to actually take this moment to plug one, the official Carrier Penguin, which you can find on the Twitter account by our friend Meaning of Night. It is awesome this week. And also next week, 5/27, is the all-Carrier Penguin game that you guys asked for at the end of last season. Yes, I'm super excited about that one.
5 people sitting at a table just going.
Yeah, that's
fucking hours.
that might be all it is. That might be all it is. Oh my God, you guys are incredible. Hang on, I'm gonna read all these in a second. While they're going by so fast. Sorry. So here are the tiers for tonight. As usual, we have a couple of tiers to incentivize donations, things that will make the game a little bit more fun, we think. So as usual, $25, I ain't afraid of no roll. If we get that, three re-rolls for the table that anybody can draw on. There is at $50 a secret objective, and I have the secret objective made up in advance.
I don't even know you anymore.
Yeah,
This
I know.
professional Rick is not the man I used to know.
I am starting to get it, actually.
Yeah, man.
I'll forget next week, I promise.
Much better.
So at $75, we do a premonition. A randomly selected player will get to have a vision of the future that will come true in some way or another. And then at $100, if we get to $100, we're doing this week what I call the Carrier Penguin Sneak Preview. Next week's game is going to cross over into this week's game. and you will get a look at what's going to happen in Carrier Penguins. In one way or another. Because that's what they do. They jump through worlds. So it's like,
true.
That's true.
you know,
Majestically.
majestically. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, that's Penguins, majestic. So at $100, it's the Carrier Penguin Sneak Preview. At $125, we do character swap. 2 randomly selected players will swap characters. That was the
Speaking of Carrier Penguins.
At $150, if we get to $150, you guys have been incredibly generous with us. If we get there again tonight, we will do Possessed. A randomly drawn player will go evil for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. It's always good.
And then at $200, we're selling a superpower where the chat will get to choose a Ghostbuster who will be granted a one-time power to call a Ghostbuster cavalry. Thank you, Strangely Raider, $25. Whoa.
Thank you very much.
That's 3 rolls for the table.
That
Now you don't have to be afraid of no roll. So at $200, the chat will get to choose a Ghostbuster who gets a one-time power to call a Ghostbuster cavalry that is made up of every Ghostbuster in the multiverse. We've met a lot of them in this game already.
Like 600 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So I met her and I get to bust ghosts with her?
You can bust together.
And as always, subs get to give players rerolls, and there are a gazillion subs on the thing right now. I want to thank, thanks El Warriors for the host, but Meaning of Night, and Enthusiamy, and BW Wright UK, and JJ Dane, and Post Data Asked, and Heart of Handprints, and Dark of Nate, and Strangely Raider, thank you for the donation. And Shalathea, thank you for the sub. And if there's anybody who's further down the thing, sorry I can't see you. Hey, Smokebeard, oh my god, thank you. There's another, wow. So that unlocks the secret objective.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
We've left more than that.
We've left more.
Yeah.
You unlocked
Yeah,
more than that?
came up
Pop Harriman
first,
came in with 25.
Oh, Pop Harriman, I missed that, I'm
Whoa.
sorry.
It scrolled off.
It scrolled off. Oh my god, there's so much going on here, I am so sorry.
You're too nice. It's messing with him. Keep doing it. We love to mess with him.
Slow
Yeah, we need to knock him off his game. Yeah, this week.
Too much money.
He might master it.
You don't want any.
Yeah.
We can't allow him to master the game.
So, the secret objective tonight goes to Gina.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Secret O.
Secreto. It's Spanish.
Oh.
Thank you for the stapler notes. You're
Oh,
surely
Tinksy! Wow.
Probably this
Coming
point.
in.
Oh my god.
Hot.
Wow, yeah, Tinksy, thank you. You particularly have been particularly generous with us over this last few weeks.
Yeah.
We are incredibly
You just
grateful,
unlocked, like,
and
every
you just
goddamn-
unlocked like everything. It's like almost everything. It's like
Oh, that
thank
means
you
it goes into the dome.
so much.
Oh god, that was great last time.
So that
I had a
gets
great
us
episode.
I
Premonition,
saw the second one, so I
Carrier
liked it.
Penguin sneak preview,
It's good. God,
the
it's such a mess.
character swap, and possess. So that's everything except the cavalry. Wow, thank you, thank you everybody. Thera Explorer, thank you for the sub. Wow, you guys, you are incredible. You have all been incredibly generous with us all season. I am all literally
Verklempt?
choked
Yeah.
up. Yeah, it's like, yeah, verklempt. Yeah, well said. So yeah, okay. That takes care of that. Oh wait, so let me give out all the rerolls. Okay.
There we go.
Lay him
So-
down.
Make it rain. Don't do it.
Some-
Don't find it.
Thank you for the bits, Perfect Cosmo.
Some guy. Oh yeah, thank you for the bits.
Thank you.
Perfect customer. Some guy named Genoba sends a reroll to the table.
You're so good.
That's smart. That's smart.
Sneaky.
Gift the table.
They're the
do
most
that.
flexible.
Now
It's like
from now on.
fungible
Yeah, wait,
currency.
wait.
It's nice.
Yeah, you can.
Orion Lightning sends their reroll to Elisa.
Yeah.
And Pop Perryman sends their reroll to Max.
Woo!
Do it.
A better choice.
DJ Who sends their reroll to Genoba.
Yes.
Thank you, DJ Who. Slightly away. Come on. There we go. Meaning of Night sends their reroll to Elisa. Thank you, Meaning of Night, the artist behind our official Carrier Penguins.
Nice.
Enthusiamy sends her reroll to Elisa. Thanks
Yes.
a lot, Enthusiamy. You know, you can give rerolls to me too.
No.
If you give me a reroll. Oh, thank you for Heart of Handprint. Yeah, thank you. God, you guys just, you are blowing our minds. And that is incredible. You are all, thank you. So yeah, PFW Scott sends their reroll to Gina.
Yay!
We got a lot of rerolls tonight. Oh my God, DJ Phoenix! Wow, it's like all of our favorite DJs out tonight.
Yep.
DJ Phoenix, thank you. Wow.
We got regular now?
Does
I
that?
don't think so.
Okay.
So where are we up to? What was the last one? PFW Scott sends
me,
their reroll
yes.
to Gina.
I don't know,
Okay.
you should just do them all over again. Give us more.
Yeah.
So
We heard nothing.
Start from the beginning.
I don't know.
I'm Humph sends their reroll to Denoba.
Yay!
And JJ Jane sends their reroll to Denoba.
Yeah.
And Post Data S sends their reroll to Denoba.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow,
And you guys.
competitor for Sam.
You have like
Sam's got quite the backlog.
pile there.
Oh, thank you for the bit, some red
from
shirt.
the camera so that
They
you
are.
So let's see. Where are we? Heart of Handprint sends their reroll to Elisa. This is just the show. It's just me handing out reroll.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
I hope you have fun. It's okay. Dark of Nate sends their reroll to Elisa. Elisa also cleaning up with the rerolls.
Thank you for showering our
thank you,
wonderful
IT Monkey,
guests
for
in the
the
rerolls.
sub.
They richly deserve
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Shalathea sends their reroll to Max.
Yes.
Correct.
That was the correct choice.
Sends their reroll to Gina.
Thank goodness. I was like, I'm hurting.
Well,
There are 4 in the
I
pot,
would share.
and Sam has like 40.
Yes.
And that
Number is 8.
48.
Wow, that's
so that unlocks everything. Actually, you guys are mind blowing. I can't
Wait,
believe
it's all
We've
done.
unlocked everything?
that unlocks everything. So there are some stretch goals which Dom will be working out over
we
the
got
course of the
this
game.
one, too.
It's
This is
really
where
dangerous.
things get exciting. Oh yeah. Okay. What? I'll tell you what. Here's the next one. Gina's character has a ghostly spider familiar. We're gonna get to that in a minute. You can name it.
Is this the spider like
Suggest
Lucas?
names in the chat if we get to whatever Dom sets the next tier at. Dom, you can decide that. But cool. Name Gina's spider. That's the next stretch goal, or whatever the next one we need.
Start sending me names.
Thank you for the bit.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Pop
Yes.
Perryman.
Type things at Dom.
Right, no, you have to get to the tier before you actually get to name the spider. That's the point. Dom will figure it out. Pop Perryman, thank you for the bits. Wow.
Thank you for all your generosity. You guys
Yeah,
are
you
breaking
guys
our
are
brains.
absolutely
But
incredible.
like, good.
every time.
So that unlocks everything, and now let's start the game.
Game.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's where we go to In-N-Out and we meet really, really nice ladies.
let me see if I can recap what's happened so far. This is going to be
That's the
interesting.
game. Let's see how that's true.
So, in part 1, we met the LA Ghostbusters, who were the last remaining Ghostbusters franchise, following the continuity of the original Ghostbusters movie world. They came up against a powerful and infamous wizard named Prime Evil, who rules a strange place in the 5th dimension, which is a dimension of, like, all ghosts and stuff. The Ghostbusters went to the 5th dimension to fight Prime Evil's minions, and even though they were victorious ultimately against those minions, Dr. Allison Tully was killed in action.
Yep.
After that, the Ghostbusters were shut down, and they went their separate ways. Now, in part 2, Jerzinski and McNeil were contacted, God bless you, by a group of Ghostbusters from another universe, the Filmation Ghostbusters. And the other team explained that Prime Evil was bent on getting the fabled sword Excalibur because he could use it to escape the 5th dimension where he is imprisoned. Thank you, KB Tibbs, for the song. You tracking all this? Okay. Now, the Filmation Ghostbusters said they would try and protect the sword, but every universe needed Ghostbusters, so they encouraged them to get a new team, and they did get a new team. But before
professional.
so professional, yes, like
That's something.
really good team. And before before anything could really happen with this team, the action took them into space, and then through a portal into the universe of the real Ghostbusters, like that version from the cartoon. And then back to the 5th dimension, where they fought Prime Evil and all of his minions and came this close to beating him. But Prime Evil got his hands on Excalibur and he stole its power, and he banished all the Ghostbusters to this weird world of illusions where they had a dreamy fantasy existence and they forgot who they were, and they had these fake lives grow in their head where McNeil thought that they were some strange person named Sam DeLev, like a professional role-playing game, streamer, and Max thought he was
That's not a real job.
Right, and Jerzinski thought he was like a director named Max Isaacson, and so
Also
on and so
impossible.
forth. And they lived in these illusions woods for quite a while. We'll actually get back to that. But then eventually McNeil was rescued by 4 Ghostbusters, but yet another group. This one was Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, and Tolan, the Ghostbusters from the recent reboot movie. And with them was the Ghostbuster ghost of Allison Tully. And when we last saw this group, the four Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, Tolan, Tully, and McNeil, they were headed into the wind and snow of the 5th dimension, trying to find their way home. And that's where we're going to start our game. First, real quick, I'm just going to take you through the rules. As usual, everybody's got a number. The number decides if they're more Spengler, calm and precise, or Venkman, wild, which makes them sort of good at wild, passionate action. You want whenever something is in doubt, I will call for a roll, and I will tell you whether or not you're using your Spengler skills or your Venkman skills. And if it's Spengler, you want to roll under your number. If it's Venkman, you want to roll over your number. You can roll 1 die automatically. 2 if you are prepared to do it, 3 if you are an expert, and 4 if you are getting help from somebody. And I'll let y'all know how that works as we go. And if none of your die succeed, it blows up in your face. If 1 of your die succeeds, you barely manage at some sort of cost. If 2 of your die succeed, you do a great job. Congratulations. And if 3 succeed or more, you get some kind of extra bonus or success with style. If you want to help somebody, just call it out before they do something. It's the same rolling rules for helping people. If you succeed at helping someone, that person gets an extra die. If you fail, it doesn't hurt them at all. They just don't get their help. And if you roll your number exactly, you get what we call in this game ESP, where you can ask a question that gives you some sort of special insight into what is going on. Yeah, and that's really it. That's kind of all there really is to know about, like, how to play. And yeah, let's see. So we are just about to get started. The rerolls are unlocked. The secret objective is out. The premonition. Give me a d6. So you are 1, 2. I'll be 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's 3, we'll just roll again. 5.
Yeah.
So Drzinski, you're gonna get to have the premonition. And we'll get to that. I'll let you know when it happens.
Bees.
Yeah, wow. Out of everybody for it to be, it had to be Max. So that's
Really
the
good
premonition will
looking
be Max.
quarterly results.
I would like to have a banner year in sales.
Sorry, my
Lord.
screen came off here. Hang on. Reattaching, and now this is hard to do.
The screener system, apologies.
You know, I've never ever looked over there and
No, that's where the secrets are.
yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Also, legs, but
Yeah.
mostly secrets.
Wow.
Secret
Just
legs?
Just
Secret
pile of
legs.
All right. So the character swap.
We've all got a
We will
pair.
wait for
So
people
many
to
legs.
establish their characters before we get to the character swap. Same with possession. We'll throw that in later. The cavalry. We will roll a. You know what? It's like we can roll an eye now to see who's got the cavalry power since that's unlocked.
Ooh.
Same rules, I
Same.
guess. 2.
Ah, that makes sense.
a lot of sense.
That's actually
Does make some sense.
makes the most sense.
All right.
I also had a summoning power that I didn't use last
Yes.
Feel the
Oh,
honor power.
thank you. Last week you bought the power for Sam or for McNeil to summon the Traveler, Gozer, in any of its forms, like a giant marshmallow man or whatever Sam should desire. A giant Kate McKinnon. Oh my God! IT monkey. Oh my God! Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank
Wow,
you so
you
much.
guys, you're amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. So, yeah, you heard the setup. I probably should have done that previously on right before we started, but yes, when we last saw our heroes, they were headed into the wind and snow of the 5th dimension. You guys
Yeah.
good?
I continuity question, just real fast.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
No, I figured it out.
It's good.
It's good, it's good, it's
We
good.
got it.
Okay,
All good.
Yeah,
So-
there were never any pants.
yeah,
Right.
let's get the game
Standard
actually
rule.
started. So we've been starting these with little prologue. Oh, wow, Sophia!
What?
Thank you.
No, the game will not
Yeah.
start.
No.
The game does not start until the audience says it starts.
Wow, you guys
Donations will continue
are
until
amazing.
morale
I
improves.
just, thank you so much.
If you keep giving money,
Oh,
we'll
they
never
hit my
play.
first goal.
Oh, what does
What
that
was the
mean?
first goal?
There's like this face that says
What did
something.
he make? I'll
That.
send it to you.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it. And
Yeah.
then I did.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So let's just jump right into prologue. See if we can get this together
Yeah.
real fast.
Cool.
So let's start, and we are in New York. A bright, shiny version of New York. In fact, almost animated looking. We are in a very bright, shiny version of the Ghostbusters firehouse, and inside the firehouse we join Egon Spengler, who is not in uniform. He's dressed casually, and he's got that familiar blonde circle of hair, identifying him as real Ghostbusters Egon. And he is staring at a wall that's got all kinds of information taped up, pinned to a board. Among it, pictures of Jarzynski and McNeil and the rest of their team from last week. And there's all sorts of research and little lines drawn and connections and questions
Our
and
cork
stuff.
board.
Yeah.
Conspiracy cork.
Conspiracy cork board, yeah. And he's looking it over, and Egon, he's just looking at it, and he's like, I promise, I am not giving up. I will find you, my friends. All right, back to work. And he sits down, and suddenly the hair on the back of his neck kind of stands up, and he kind of gets up and looks around, and he gets this scared look on his face. And materializing right in front of him, larger than life, is Primeval. And Egon sees him and backs into the hallway, and Primeval follows him. And Egon says, I knew it. I knew you escaped from the fifth dimension. Primeval's like, that's right. And Egon's like, and I know what you're doing. I know you're hopping through the multiverse, erasing Ghostbusters from existence. and Primeval says, well, let's just say I'm cleaning up the town. And Egon sort of starts backing away a little, and Primeval comes up on him, and Primeval says, I see you figured out everything except one thing. And Egon says, what's that? And he says, you have no way of escaping me. And he reaches out to him, and Egon's like, oh yes I do. And Primeval's like, what? And Egon just turns around and runs and Primeval rolls his eyes, and he just floats after Egon, and he's coming up on him, and just he's right about to grab him when out of one of the rooms in the hallway, a Ghostbuster in full uniform, in a wheelchair, zips out of the room, and he flies down the hallway, knocking Egon up and into his lap comically with a bipeds are too slow, and zips down the hall, zooming away, and Egon's like, Garrett, he's gaining on us, go, go, go! And Garrett just starts pushing the wheels faster and faster and faster, and they get to the end of the hallway, and they're coming up on the stairs, and Garrett's like, hold on, and they just start hitting down the stairs, it's like, and they get to the landing and turn around, and they get to the landing and turn around, and they just fly all the way down to the bottom of the stairs, where they blast through into the basement, and finally they reach the end, and they both hit the bottom and spill out of the chair, and Egon jumps to his feet, and he hits a button which pulls a gate down on the door they just went in, and Garrett jumps back into his chair, and he pulls out the wand from his ghost-busting pack, and he points at the door, and he's like, Egon, if you've got a move to make it now, because I don't think this thing's going to hold that guy off very long. And Egon says, it's not going to hold him off at all. We have to do something a little bigger than that. And he walks over to the containment unit, and he starts hitting some buttons, and all of a sudden, this alarm starts going off. And this red light starts flooding the room, and Egon says, God forgive me. And he picks up this thing on his belt, and he hits it, and this little portal opens in the middle of air, and he's like, Garrett, go! And Garrett zips his way back through the portal, and then Primeval blasts through the door. He comes flying at Egon. Egon jumps through the door, and as Primeval passes right by the containment unit, it explodes, just atom bomb kind of blowing the whole Ghostbusters building to hell. And on that, and there our Ghostbusters 3 logo floods the screen.
Floating.
Yeah. And and on that we find ourselves in an entirely different New York. This New York is the Ghostbusters firehouse that belongs to Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, and Tolan. And in a back room, a medical facility, you two, McNeil and Jarzynski.
Yep.
You are waking up. You see, standing over you, leaning against the walls, are those 4 Ghostbusters.
I faint again.
Wow, okay.
What? What?
Get your spider's name.
Oh, what is it?
Don't look.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can't look at the name you're about to see.
I won't look until I'm ready.
I thought I was ready, but then I started a scene with Holtzman in it, and like it
No,
all went into the
no.
head.
Can you read that?
Sam's dead now.
I mean,
Yeah, all right. That makes sense.
Oh, cool.
what happened?
All right. Yeah, you're waking up and you see those 4 Ghostbusters along with Egon and Garrett, who are all there just leaning against the walls together.
I guess I'll peel myself off the ground and
They're coming too.
look over at McNeil, who is re-passed out.
And Yates and let's say Yates and Gilbert sort of walk over to you.
Ghostbusters.
Like, just relax a little. Take a breath. Welcome back to New York. You've been in the 5th dimension for a little while. And then Holtzman goes, 2 years.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah, well,
Do I
and
have like a
Egon,
massive beard now?
Yes, Jody. Massive.
well, no, Egon steps forward and he says, no, you seem to have been in some kind of frozen stasis. It's a weird byproduct of the world. You were there for so long, that's my fault. I spent a long time trying to figure out how to track where Primeval took you when you left my New York last time we met, but I wasn't able to crack it alone. Eventually, I joined up with this team of Ghostbusters, and we put our heads together, and we were able to open a portal to the 5th dimension, and using an old book that I got from a good friend of mine, Ray Stantz, we used this old summoning spell, and we conjured a friendly spirit who knew the realm. And floating
Pop out of the wall. That's me.
Nah.
Hello. Are you awake? Hello.
Face
Sorry you died.
Hey.
and Huffman's
Oh no.
That's so
Are they okay?
cool.
Hello.
Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, I don't need that card. I've got one. Yeah.
Is it like sticky?
Oh no, everything. I died with it, so. Pockets full of these.
All right, then yeah.
It's true at that point. She had plenty of my cards.
Yeah. I've got one covered in ectoplasm if you want
I
it.
don't. Sorry you died.
This is the thing that's happening. So Egon sort of steps forward and
deer.
Egon steps forward and he says, "Someone should bring them up to speed." And let's say Gilbert sits up and says, "All right, well, basically,
I just float,
yeah, you just float
cross-legged,
there.
ready to listen.
You got that part of the story, and long story short, Primeval escaped the 5th dimension and is now going around sending Ghostbusters where we just saved you from. They're all being sent over to the 5th dimension and put into whatever kind of dream stasis you were being held
In-N-Out burgers all over the place.
In-N-Out burgers, right?
That's where they were.
They'll kind of
Yeah, and taxidermy. Lots of taxidermy.
Yeah. Weird. Primeval's weird.
God.
Yeah, who could make that kind of stuff
Burger.
up?
I know. Terrible taste. So, what happened to the rest of the team?
We haven't
Like
been able
the-
to track them down yet, and unfortunately, we had to come back. Things are getting bad out there. There are only a few Ghostbusters left. In fact, there's just us. And looks around the room, at the people in it right now. And then Tolan goes, "Well, what about?" And Gilbert says, "Nah."
What was that?
Nothing. It's just there's a thing. You know, I'm not supposed to tell you about the thing, but there's a thing.
Hey, friendy A.
All right. Why don't
Roll
you
for friendy A.
You want to roll to see if you can get Tolan's loyalty?
Yeah, I persuade people to do things that they shouldn't do for a living.
Sure. Yeah.
Figure, like code power energy blast.
Call that a Venkman roll. You can roll 2.
All right.
I'd like to help. But like our lips are sealed. We're professionals, okay?
That's something.
Okay, sure.
Also,
you can help.
the universe is gonna end, so
Both of you can roll 2. Venkman.
All right.
roll
Both of you
2.
roll 2 Venkman for yeah.
All right.
Success.
Success and
Gives me 3
that gives you 3.
and 1 success and 1 success with an ESP.
Okay. Your success. Okay. Right. Okay. 1 success, but what you have? A
2
question?
success.
Oh, 2 successes.
Just one of them was an ESP.
Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you, RJ.
I
Canuck,
still haven't figured out
for
the way to like
research.
say that most efficiently, even though I've been on here for.
So, what's your question? Do you suddenly get an ESP? It's telling you what? It's very early, so you might not have a lot to ask about, but you could.
Does Holtzman like puppies?
Oh yeah, Holtzman likes puppies.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Wisdom Saving Throw.
Thank you.
God, guys, incredible.
I knew it,
Wow. I see Monkey
I already
sends
knew
a
that.
reroll to Elisa.
but I just wanted to hear it.
I see Monkey sends a reroll to Elisa.
Yay!
And KB Tibbs sends a reroll to Gina.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Thank you. Za. Za.
So you succeed,
Grammar
and you succeed, and Tolan's just like, yeah, there's actually new Ghostbusters. They opened up in, well, one of the parallel universes. It's brand new. Primeval doesn't know about it yet, so we're not supposed to talk about it. But it's and points over at Allison. It's like it's her sister.
Doctor. Oh. Wait. What?
Your sister's a Ghostbuster, and
You have a
Really?
sister?
Gilbert just folds her arms and was like,
God.
I say
Yeah.
we leave them out of this.
I also say we leave them out of this.
Wait. When did they become a Ghostbuster?
Well,
They did
just
not go to college for that.
very, very recently, as far as we understand it. The only Primeval's been going around stamping out all the Ghostbusters, and we're the only ones left. And this one just popped into existence, and we're sort of hoping.
That's wonderful. I wonder what she specialized in.
And they all sort of look at you, and they're like,
Look,
well,
fastest way to
This
corner
is
our
very
market is
exciting.
through horizontal integration, mergers.
Let's go.
Get everybody on board.
Hostile takeover.
How long have I been dead, by the
just
way? How long? For you.
It
was a long time for
Oh my
me.
God, what year
How long
is
was
it
it
now?
for me?
2018.
For you.
okay, yeah. Right now it is 2018,
So it's been 5 years.
you've been dead for 5 years, yeah.
You've been dead for 5 years.
What are the technological advancements that have happened in your world?
They made really good effects on this movie called Thor Ragnarok. Whole new system of effects. We haven't seen
Yeah.
since the Matrix. Whole
Well, no.
lighting
That
room.
sounds fascinating.
You,
Did
Yeah,
you
I
get
don't
my
know.
birthday
You've actually
presents?
been in
Is it your
stasis
birthday?
for
Has
2
it-
years.
How many times?
Have I? Oh yeah.
Did you get the
no.
presents?
Whoa, thank you. T. Wood. Oh, Tyler
Thank
Royce,
you.
thank you.
You got
You
the
know-
presents I hid for you, right?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. After you died,
Yeah.
we got sued, and we lost
Wait, why?
everything. So we had to sell that headquarters, and I'm pretty sure it went to like a preschool. So I don't know what you left there, but a lot of kids have that stuff now. None of it was dangerous, right?
If anyone asks, it didn't come from us.
That's totally true. You're
Yeah,
dead, so it's
I'm
not
dead.
like they're gonna prosecute.
Wow.
Who are they gonna send after you? Me?
Breaking out of jail would be easy though, even if they did convict.
That's very true. I can't be combined. Literally.
We
I can just.
all know that.
Egon steps forward and says, look.
Also,
I-
we should probably get that back from the school, by the way. Just, yeah.
Okay.
Primeval.
It's
School.
colorful.
Sister.
Heist.
Sister.
No, sister first. Yeah, Paige. Didn't I ever mention Paige?
Yeah, no, Egon steps forward and Egon says, look, we're leaving them out of this. We're gonna be safe here. And at that moment, there is a blaring alert.
Absolutely
Ghost
not.
alert, ghost alert, ghost alert.
Yeah, she's right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
what's up?
Your alarm's broken.
Did I trigger it again?
No,
Dang it.
Yates jumps up and
Sometimes
she's
I get
like,
too
no,
close.
it doesn't react to you. And she hits a button and a camera outside shows Prime Evil and some of his
What?
minions assembling outside of the building. And
Do they
Egon-
have like a buzzer for the front door thing? I want to get on the intercom.
Sure, actually,
Right over there.
Holtzman, yeah. She points you right over to the buzzer.
Hello?
Yes, this is Prime Evil. Is anybody home?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. What?
Prime Evil, is anybody home? God, I hate these things.
Sorry, it's cutting out. What?
Prime Evil. EVIL. Is anybody home?
No.
And Braddorak is the little flying rat creature that he has as familiar. Is like, I think they're trolling you, sire. And Prime Evil's like, all right, just storm the building. Just get on with it. And Egon's like, you know what? On second thought, maybe it's time to fall back a little bit. And Egon opens up a portal into the side of the world. And let's put a pause on that for a second and zip over to New York. So now we are back in the New York of the original universe, Ghostbusters Prime, let's call it, from the original Ghostbusters movie. And why don't we meet the two Ghostbusters who exist in that universe? First, let's start with Allison's sister. We picked a completely random person to play this role.
We hope you'll understand the sibling relationship, and we'll be able to like bring something like that to this character.
Maybe.
It's a screen test.
Why don't you tell us a little about your character?
I don't see it.
My name is Paige, and I went to school for to study paranormal artifacts. So I'm kind of like the Indiana Jones of paranormal artifacts. I like to study those a lot.
Dad would have been so proud.
And Paige's number is 4. She is a Spenglerish character, just on the Spockish side of the divide. She's a nerdy explorer, I think is what you said you were.
Yes.
And her goal is to
Nerdy.
bust some ghosts. And let's meet our other new Ghostbuster, who is her one employee right now.
I'm Cliff Danielson. My parents are ghost hunters, and I grew up in a haunted house and had like an experience there. So I've kind of been fascinated about that since then. So I've kind of been looking at doing that kind of stuff going forward.
Right, yeah. Cliff is also a 4 Spenglerish character. He is a curious techie, I think is what you said.
Or explorer, I think.
Or a curious explorer is what you said. Okay, sorry.
Or whichever one.
Both explorers.
Yeah, I mean these.
I didn't figure that out.
Those categories are really just more like guides to help you guys play the character. So it's
Salesman is
whatever
a
works here.
core aspect of my identity, Rick Bud. Always be busted.
This is true. His goal also is to bust some ghosts. You guys are the New York Ghostbusters, and let's talk a little bit about your past. Tell us a little bit about how life has led you to this point.
Basically, I was in, I don't remember where, I was looking for some kind of magical artifact, and I got a call about Allison, and my parents told me, no more, you need to be safe and do something that we don't have to worry about, so I followed my dad's advice and became an accountant, but it's a little too boring for me, so as far as they know, I'm opening up the firehouse, and I'm the accountant.
She's of course the other daughter of Louis Tully and Janine Melnitz, and she's opening up the original Ghostbusters firehouse again. They own it. They are the de facto heads of the corporation over the years, and so
Can't wait to see Mom mad.
she has started it up, and what she has noticed, in fact, what the two of them have noticed since they've opened up their doors is 2 things. One, there has been a strange rise in paranormal activity in New York over the last few months. They can't quite correlate it to anything. It just seems to be a little something on the horizon.
Yep, my blogs are going crazy.
Yeah. The other thing that they've noticed is that absolutely nobody takes them seriously, and they can't get anyone to hire them to do anything. Ghostbusters has not had a client yet. They have a really bad commercial. It's very cheap. It plays on bad stations late at night.
Robin Bird show kind of stuff.
Yeah, just the worst. That has been their status quo, sort of keeping an eye on the growing strange paranormal activity and just waiting for the phones to ring. And let's say one day the two of you are hanging out in the firehouse, and what are you doing? What are you doing on a normal day?
I watch my blogs and see if there's anything that I've been tracking that has to do with any kind of paranormal artifacts. If anything strange is going on, I like to follow those.
What do you do on a normal day, say?
I just watching TV, some ghost hunter shows, because my parents are all about that, so I figure, keep with that. Maybe, play some pool. We have a pool table now, so.
Okay,
Fancy.
why don't
Yeah.
you are checking your blogs. That is a precise action. It's a Spengler task. This is what you do. So you are an expert at this. I want you to roll 3 die. You are trying to roll under your number, and we're going to see if your research yields anything for you.
First roll of the game.
Yay!
Yes! What does that mean?
You're going to roll under your number. Your number's a 4.
Roll
That's
under your
Yeah,
number.
2 successes.
That's 2 successes. Yep. So that is a success. And what I will say is that you turn on the blogs and instantaneously you see there are a whole bunch of reports. Activity seems to have quadrupled overnight. You're just spinning through them, and you see things from very plausible ghosts like Class 1 apparitions, Class 2 apparitions, to just absolutely bananas things. You see people saying that they spotted Casper the Friendly Ghost flying around the streets, and someone said that the Loch Ness Monster was swimming in the East River. You're starting to hear.
Wondering where Nessie went.
Yeah, just crazy levels of reports. Now, I want you also, you are watching Ghost Hunters. You can also roll, let's call this a Spengler thing, just because we made hers the same thing. So you want to roll under your number.
3?
You can roll. No, you can roll 2 because you're sort of just watching TV.
So 1 success, I think?
1 success.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. You are watching Ghost Hunters, and when the episode you are watching, the Ghost Hunters are studying the case, a murder that happened in New York in the 80s of a young businessman who just was tragically killed, stabbed to death in the subways one night, and there have been reports that his ghost haunts the subways, running through the tracks, leaping from track to track, hitting train signs, kicking things along the platform, that's what the episode's about. And while you're sitting around doing those things, a portal suddenly just opens in the middle of your office, and out of it comes Egon Spengler, wearing this dark blue Ghostbusters jumpsuit with a weird blonde swirl of hair. Garrett Miller, Ghostbuster in a tan jumpsuit, in the wheelchair, the guy in the front from the opener. The 4 Ghostbusters from the rear: Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, Tolan, and Jerzinski and McNeil. And they just file out into the living room. Egon closes the portal behind him, and he says,
I come out too.
"Oh yes, sorry, yes. I forgot. There's so many people to keep track of." So yeah, and
the other ones.
and the last person to come out of the portal is this green floating ghostly Ghostbuster, which you see and you are kind of looking at, and Egon closes the portal behind him, and he says, "Hello, I'm Egon. First of all, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I wanted to float over to go hug you and float through you and goo you on accident. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that part.
funky.
It's been a while.
Yeah, you totally slime her.
Hey, sorry about. So I tried to start rubbing it off. Oh, no, that's making it worse. Sorry. Hey.
Oh, thank you, Steve, for the sub.
Thank goodness. That's good.
Oh, by the way,
I know. I look different. That is
Whoa.
different than you, though.
What's wrong with me?
You're bigger. I'm just slimier. Yeah.
Thanks.
I like the glasses. Look nice. Yeah. Hey, I thought you said we weren't coming. This is great. Was it this? This was a surprise. You threw me off the trail just to surprise me. That was so nice.
Egon's like, yes, that was.
Where are we? Which one's this?
Eli was
Is this
just gonna
Prime?
see last
Are we back in
Ghostbusters.
Prime?
And Holtzman looks at your shoulder and says, what is that thing called?
Oh. Sorry, I forgot to mention. This is General Von Fuzzy Bottom. He's my friend. One of my only friends. There's a lot of stuff where I've been.
I think
You don't
I
want
heard
to
it.
know.
He's actually generally Von Fuzzybottom the third.
Oh, the third. You
Sorry,
didn't.
I
You did
forgot-
not.
I forgot to write that.
You
I'm
did
sorry.
not. Sorry.
How dare.
I had two others.
I want
They
them.
didn't like me very much.
Want them to get what they pay for.
So this is the third.
Ooh.
Third time's the charm. They didn't. I mean, they
Is that
died.
its nickname?
They definitely died.
General Von Fuzzybottom III, aka the Charm.
But the charm. Yeah. Yeah. But only when he gives you the look. That's when it's charming.
It's
Does he
working
have
You
that
know,
out.
look.
Kristen Saint?
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
I'm
the look.
getting it.
Right?
Very charming.
All it
Mom
does.
and Dad.
hate that.
Oh, they're gonna be pissed.
Why?
You said that you were going to visit if something ever happens.
What do you mean?
And everyone's just sort of sitting there watching this, like, in the pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the haunting thing? Yeah.
You pinky promise.
I did. It's hard to keep a promise through dimensions. I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, the next time you die and are in a fifth dimension, how about cut me some slack? I tried. Do you know how hard it is to be in another dimension and have zero scientific tools with you? It was very boring. But I say boring. It's not boring. I ran into this monster. What was that thing? Okay, you remember Sesame Street? You know the big fuzzy thing? Oh, what was it called?
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, that. I ran into one of those. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The Snuffleupagus?
Yes.
Yep. Say it.
Snuffleupagus.
Thank you. I missed you.
How strange.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
This
There was
is the
one of those in the
episode.
fifth dimension.
Wait a
Great.
Did you bring anything back with you?
I can't lift things.
So, yeah, Gilbert steps forward and is like,
me.
okay.
Do you even lift?
corporeal. Literally can't.
Gilbert's like, this is absolutely charming, but we have some bigger problems right now.
Yeah, you're out of popcorn.
No.
Guys, focus.
This is New York. We can Postmates it.
That's right. Hold on.
And Gilbert's like,
Oh, okay.
long story short, evil wizard named Primeval trying to stamp all Ghostbusters out of existence. On their way here right now. We need to set up some defenses real quick before we all get killed and sent to the fifth dimension and put into a strange dream world. Who's got ideas?
In that
Go.
order?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What happened?
We got
Dream world. What?
Dream, death,
Genuinely
less
wasn't.
death.
Less death.
Exactly the same amount of
can't
death
less
before. Ideas. Trebuchet.
What do you guys have
Trebuchet?
here in the
We'll workshop it.
in the fire station that's ready to go? That's like
The
And
containment
functional.
unit thing.
While you're talking,
Proton packs?
an alarm starts
Great.
going off.
Yes,
Dang it.
Good,
Was that me
good.
this time?
We're gonna have to ready the trebuchet faster than we thought.
It might be me.
And
Do you have ghost alarms? In 2000?
Yeah.
Are we? 18?
Egon,
Things I just said.
We didn't before. Do we now?
yeah, you do. And
Well.
Egon sort of says, if these are anything like ours, and he clicks a couple of buttons, he's like, uh-oh. And again, cameras come on outside, and we see Primeval floating outside the building with some of his minions.
I'd like to get on the intercom.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Sure, there's an intercom, go for it.
Hello?
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 Yeah, yes, this is Primeval. I'm here to kill you.
Sorry, what was that?
Gah!
Can I just leave it at the... Hello?
He's like, all right, you know what? I'm not taking this crap anymore. He's like,
Don't take a crap. Don't do that.
is there any way to shut this thing off?
Calling the police. If you take a crap,
Just to block the
calling
speaker
the
with his
police.
hands.
Guys.
Call the police.
Let's go.
Call the police?
It's a good distraction.
we're just gonna, we're gonna keep him talking for a while, if you guys get the proton packs and the gear and get
Yeah,
everything
give me
set up,
stuff.
yeah, let's just shoot them all out the windows or something.
Yeah.
Can I roll to just distract Primeval for a while on the intercom and get him wrapped up in a conversation?
Sure. You can try and do that. Yeah. We'll call that a Venkman roll. You can roll 2 die. What are you trying to do? Like, what's your approach?
Stalling someone is a classic
Is there a-
sales technique.
Yeah, just for my own information and edification, is it very clear that this is a Ghostbusters firehouse? They have like logos on the outside.
Oh yeah, this is like the original Ghostbusters firehouse. Got the whole it's like the same right out of the movie. Yeah.
Okay, so I think then what I'm gonna do is be like, is my pitch here is like, look, man, this place has been out of business for years. I work for the state of New York. We're reclaiming the building. It's gone into foreclosure. Like I don't know. Don't bother us, man. This is
I can
state
help.
business.
I can help with the distractions.
Okay.
You're a useful techie. We have this whole partner coaching thing.
Well-
Please allow me. Also, very nice to see you again.
Yeah.
I like your spectral spectacles.
Oh, I missed you. Hello.
I actually accept the hug in this line.
Oh, so much time.
By the way,
McNeil hugs.
RJ Canuck sends 2 rerolls to Denova.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
You're
Wisdom
great,
Saving
by the
Throw
way.
sends a reroll to Gina.
Thank you.
And Estelle Castillo sends 2 rerolls, 1 to Sam
Thank you.
and 1 to Genova.
Thank you.
I got my first
thank you,
reroll of
everybody.
the session.
And while we are here
button,
right
sir.
now, Max, as you are standing there with your finger on the button, this strange feeling comes over you and you begin to get a weird premonition. You feel the future flooding into your brain. What is it?
I see. I see an entire engineering lab in which pink slime covered proton packs are coming to life and shooting ghosts.
Okay.
Like Sorcerer's Apprentice, like
Yes.
proton packs.
That is a very scary image.
You're
It's gonna be good.
visionary.
Oh boy.
I didn't even mean that when I started it.
I appreciate it.
That's gonna be interesting. All right. So that takes
That's a
care
hazard.
of the premonition.
That is a hazard.
Nothing
to
else
see.
about this is a
This
hazard.
entire building is a hazard?
Hey,
Always has been.
that's cool.
Always has
Not
it.
So yeah,
We're very
roll
okay with that.
roll 3 die to see if you
Getting
can
up
distract
to
crime.
I would love
Okay.
to do like sales coaching assist in this.
Sure, you can
We
roll.
work as a team.
You can also roll 3 die. It's Venkman. You want to roll over your number.
3 successes.
3 successes. So you can roll 4.
Go for it. Love you, son.
Also want to roll over your number.
Yes.
Which is
4
3.
successes.
Yeah.
And an
One-
ESP.
4 successes in ESP. So Primary was like, just let us in. We want to kill you, please.
I'm sorry, this building's been foreclosed. It's a high-risk area. There's a nuclear reactor in the basement that actually, as it turns out, the EPA was very correct in shutting down about 35 years ago.
Primary was like, whoa, I have a bad history with those things.
To be perfectly honest, sir, you should not be within 50 feet of this area while we're running our inspection. There should be people out there keeping crowd control, pretty pushed away from this building. Also, I don't know if you know this, but paranormal activity in the city has really skyrocketed, and if this thing goes wrong, it could just be a ghost party all over.
You know what? I appreciate that warning. I'm gonna get myself clear of this place.
Yeah, that's wise.
And he turns to his minions and he gets off the intercom. He says, "Listen, guys, this place is super dangerous, so I'm getting out of here and leaving this to you. I'm gonna send some reinforcements. I'll send you the whole army. Just make sure they don't get out of there. Just, stomp down the doors, smash in the windows, kill everybody. You know the deal." And Primeval opens up a portal and escapes back into the 5th dimension, and he will say, which of his minions are left behind? We'll
The
say,
rat thing?
yeah, Bratterat can be there, and we'll say Mysteria, the Mistress of Mist, is there. And we'll throw them Captain Long John Scarecrow, the ghost pirate.
I'm absolutely congratulating Drzezinski on like the technique of this. Like I feel like stasis is really good for your game.
Thank
You should do it more
Thank you.
often.
Yeah, I feel like, feel renewed. I feel refreshed. 2 years of rest. I'm like ready to
You
hit.
know, you were in stasis, but you kept it moving.
I appreciate you.
And Egon says, "All right, I don't know how long that's gonna work for, but those
Just
other
watching
ghosts are
behind
still."
you. I missed your banter.
Aw. Those other ghosts are trying to get in here. So, what's the plan?
I've dealt with them before.
And how did it go?
Well, if you throw salt water, well, from the 5th dimension anyway, if you throw salt water on Captain Long John, he gets really distracted. He loves the smell. And, Mysterio, if you wave a fan at them, they tend to disperse for a short period of time.
Huh.
The rat loves pizza.
You know what, Allison, why don't you roll to see
Which,
how accurate...
surprisingly, there's a lot of in the 5th dimension.
Let's...
And also in New
It
York.
is weird.
Let's...
Yeah.
Add it
Let's...
to our Postmates order.
Why don't you roll to see how...
I'll think of
It just has
valid-
eyeballs.
Why don't you roll to see how valid your scientific
Yeah,
deductions are? It's a spectacular roll.
They're so valid.
You want to roll under your number, which is a 5.
Yeah.
You are a scientist, so you can roll 3 die.
And I have been in the 5th dimension for 5 years.
Yeah, so you can roll 3 die.
5, 5, 5.
Total expert.
Great.
In the pipe? Fine.
Appreciate it.
Under?
Spinal, yeah, you want to roll under 5. So
Okay.
you got 1, 2. Oh, you got 3 successes. And
Technically, I'm no longer a 5.
oh, what are you now?
I haven't scienced in 5 years. So my knowledge has gone down a little. I haven't been able to touch any tech.
It's not state of the art. Yeah.
It's
Call
not
you a
state of the
4?
art. So I'm a 3 now. I've been
3?
I've been going through stuff.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay. I like
What's
that.
happened to our nerd?
So that
2
gives you
successes and an ESP.
2 successes and an ESP. So do you have a question?
No. Do I? Let's see.
You don't have to.
What are their relation to Primeval?
Who's your relation? The ghost in front?
Yeah, well, the friendos, his minions. What is their connection? I've always wondered. He's not particularly charming.
No, he just control. He is the most powerful.
He's great, but he's not friends with Primeval.
Oh, Primeval is the most powerful being
Right.
in his dimension. The minions serve him.
Does he treat them badly?
Yeah, he does. But they get a lot of benefits in their dimension by working for him, and dental, that kind of stuff. And also, if they get
Interesting.
dematerialized by a Ghostbuster, Primeval is the only one with the power to bring them back. So he can always hold that over them.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to keep someone.
But
Dental.
you got a
Dental.
success, and you were rolling to
2 successes.
See if you're right. Your deductions were valid, and they were.
They were.
So you can distract Captain Long John Scarecrow with salt water, and Mysteria can be temporarily dispersed with a strong fan, let's say.
Yep.
And Braddock with pizza, which
Pizza.
we put in our Postmates order.
And Braddorat
Yes.
with pizza, which
Oh,
you put it. Okay, well, actually, why don't you roll for that?
Roll for Postmates.
Roll
Yes.
for Postmates.
Do you order a lot of pizzas?
Yes, that's,
Okay,
that's
so
like
you
the staple.
Okay, you can roll 3 die. You want to roll over your number. See how fast the pizza gets you.
What is a
Cliff.
Postmate?
2 and
Is that like an
ESP.
aftermate?
2 and an ESP.
We're ordering an after lover?
So
That
what?
seems...
Hang on, Costa. What's your question?
I don't know.
You don't have to have one. It's okay.
I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so puppies. Do any of the villains or any of them have any ghost puppies?
No, the Braddorat's the closest thing that there is to a small, cute animal, and he's not really that cute.
We need a pacification scheme, like a domestication ray. Nerds. Get on it.
But yeah, you succeeded, so your pizza is on
False.
the way.
Excellent.
And Egon says, he looks out the window and he's like, you should look at this. And when you all come to the window, you look out the window and what you see is just the sky is filling with ghosts. They're all coming right towards you. It's like they're surrounding the firehouse. He's like, ooh, we might be in a little trouble.
Mom and Dad are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Paige, look at this! No hands! Coming down the
on
hole.
the phone rings. And the phone on your desk starts ringing, and you see the caller ID says Janine Melnitz.
Hi, Mom.
Don't hi mom me. Tell me that you don't have anything to do with that. She's like, I'm looking out the window and I see a bunch of ghosts swirling out of the firehouse. We live in a very tall building. I can see it from here.
Hold, please.
Hold.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, Mama.
Am I supposed to tell her?
I mean, imagine the repercussions if we don't.
Mom.
Is this video? Is it video or is it a phone call?
Let's make it a video call.
Okay,
Hey, okay, Mom, I'm gonna video you. Hold on.
Push that button.
Hold on.
Maybe.
Hi.
And she looks into the thing. She jumps. Ah! And you just hear this like blood curdling
Ew.
scream from the other side.
It's not my fault.
And then Louis Tully
No,
comes
it's
running.
definitely a dragon's fault.
Yeah.
Surprisingly violent but painless.
And Louis Tully comes and pops his head into frame and he says, "What's going on?"
Hey, Dad!
Oh my God! It's Allison.
Doctor.
What?
To your own parents? You
Absolutely.
monster.
I love
It
it.
is my official title. Do not judge me. I worked hard for that doctorate.
They did this for you, even though you're just an accountant.
I'm good at my job.
Wow.
I was taught well, Dad.
And Louis Tully, like, he fluffs his collar. He's like, well, you do have the old Tully accounting genes in you.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, this place looks great. It's extremely dusty, but, it looks nice.
Well,
The
are-
flagpole still works.
Do you have bugs here?
Define bugs.
Like the hard-shelled kind with the critters?
Not that I've
Like
seen.
like Joe's apartment? Those kind of...
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Tully Melnitz.
who's talking?
Hi,
Your turn.
Ivilo
Yeah,
Jasinski,
remember that?
LA wing of the Ghostbusters.
The ones
I hold up a business card very close to the phone.
Mom,
You're
Dad,
the morons who got my daughter killed and closed down the whole franchise, aren't you?
Nice to
No.
see you again.
technically, my fault. I definitely shot at... I shot at the dragon. Where's Leonard Cohen?
Oh,
The singer?
No! My gun. Do you still have it? Is it still alive?
that got sold to school children.
Leonard Cohen
Oh, boy.
was...
Back.
Has any schools recently been on the news for, like,
What was the gun?
radioactivity?
The gun was the fifth dimension gun. No, didn't it got blown up, I think.
I didn't have it. I gave it to
Yeah,
Sam.
I had it last. Remember, I made my argument for additional dice
Oh yeah.
melodically,
Didn't get blown up.
and then
Did it get
I went
blown up?
underground in search of revenge.
Any rats get giant or
Yeah, we're gonna say you
anything?
don't have it. I think it got
Like
blown up. I think
cousins,
everything got
friends'
wrecked at the end of the first
Rodents
one.
of
Yeah.
unusual size.
Rodents of unusual size.
I
Indeed.
don't think they exist.
That you say.
Mr. and Mrs. Tully Melnitz.
What?
We're about to get attacked by an entire army of ghosts.
That's not good.
No. You don't. So, like 5 years ago, when we were having a similar problem, thank you. When we were having a similar problem, you sent us a lot of very expensive ghost fighting equipment, and I have a feeling that we're gonna need that again now if you've got any.
Yeah, but you destroyed it.
We killed a dragon lady
Yeah.
and a dragon lady.
Oh, fuck that track.
Well done, sir.
Commas are important.
And I assume you're looking out your window.
Yeah?
Fork it over.
Please.
Big guns, please.
I don't know what we can do,
Also-
but we'll see if we can figure anything out.
Oh, this is so fascinating. I wonder if my ectoplasm has any sort of residual DNA ties.
We can find out.
Oh, all my lab equipment is gone. Dang it.
There's lab equipment here,
Yeah,
right?
we went, yeah.
I have stuff.
Yeah, yours. not
And
mine.
on that, your parents are like, all right, we're gonna see if we can figure out some way we can help. We'll get back in touch if we figure anything out. Good luck, girls. Nice seeing you again. We hope
Bye.
you don't die. And they hang up.
Statistically, I'm like, oh, okay, bye.
Well, what did
She
you want to
already
say to
hung
them?
I mean, I was gonna say, statistically unlikely for me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You were-
Been there, done that.
Well, they were talking to her. They I guess.
Also, don't.
So.
Also don't.
Yeah. So on that, yeah, the crowd of ghosts outside the building are growing greater and greater. And Egon says,
Stay put, Fuzzy Bottom the Third.
"You said you're an expert in artifacts?"
Yes.
Egon says, follow me. And he leads you down a set of stairs to a seemingly ordinary brick wall, and he says, if this world's Egon was like me, then... And he taps one of the bricks, and the secret door slides open, and on the inside there is a vault that has a whole bunch of weird artifacts. The collections that they've picked up, the Ghostbusters found along the years. And what is in there is whatever you think might be in there. Ask and it might be, depending on how you roll. It is poorly cataloged. If you roll well enough, you might find what you're looking for. If you don't, you might not. But you are the expert, and there's a whole bunch of artifacts in there. And Egon says, look, honestly, I don't know if any of the stuff in here is going to be able to help us, but given what we're facing out there, somebody should be taking a look.
Oh my god, I can't wait to organize this.
He says, frankly, things are getting scary. Who knows where Primeval is out there? He's hopping through dimensions. He's erasing Ghostbusters and stealing people from existence. Any one of us is suspect at any, can be snatched at any time.
Can I sense if any of this is from the 5th dimension so I can touch it?
You read my mind.
Yeah.
I can't touch anything from this
Can
dimension.
read minds.
What?
Sibling powers.
Why don't you roll to find out?
They're all psychic.
Okay.
This is why I was
What am I rolling?
In any way?
Let's call
Yeah.
it.
Here.
Psychic
Yeah.
vision.
Let's
Yeah, my main
Need to
thing
hold
was
it.
to wonder if any of the artifacts
yeah.
she
Okay,
can touch.
your assistance roll is a Spengler roll. It's calm, precise action. You're using your scientific expertise, and this is your expertise area, so you can roll 3. You want to roll under your number, and you are looking through everything to see if you can find something that you are helping her look through stuff to see if you can find something from the 5th dimension. Why don't you roll to see how that goes first?
I have to be under that, right?
Under 4.
Can I
What?
re-roll?
One.
Well, you have one
got
success.
one. That's
Yep.
what we need.
That's
One.
fine. That's all you need.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah. And by the way, you can each reroll. You can only roll 1 die, so you can
Right.
reroll 1 of your die for 1 reroll.
Okay.
And yeah, now you can roll 4. Well, let's say.
I mean, technically, I could float through everything, and whatever I knocked off the shelves
Right.
is from the 5th dimension. So 4.
Let's say you can roll 4. Yeah. I'm not taking it back after that. Yeah.
Everything's gonna be gooey.
Okay.
You for you this is a Venkman roll. You want to roll
Venkman?
over your number, which is a 3.
There's not.
Okay, that's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, that actually gets the job done.
So much goo.
Yeah, you.
It's all good.
Shengu.
You go plowing through the shelves, and
We're both like,
yeah,
This is it. Yeah, this is fascinating. There's a lot of
and you're
stuff.
looking
You're
through
wrong.
everything, and finally you feel something hit you.
Oh. Ugh.
And you look down, and what you find are these kind of 2
Spatulas?
yes, spatulas. You find these 2 spatulas that are they're covered in ancient Babylonian writing. Very, very impenetrable and mysterious seeming, and for some reason you are able to hold them. They,
Fascinating. I was not anticipating haunted utensils.
What are you gonna do with those? Make pancakes?
Make pancakes.
Ghost pancakes.
Yes. Make ghost.
You'd be surprised, cooking in the 5th dimension is a very, very gruesome task.
Yeah, that's why pancakes should be free cakes. Am I right?
This is
Real
true.
pancakes.
This is why all pizza has eyeballs in the 5th dimension.
And
You
Yeah.
Postmates one of those.
Shoo.
Okay.
and you've got your spatulas,
You want to hold it?
and Egon is
You
saying,
can hold it. Wow.
yeah, you can hold them too.
That hurt.
it hurt. Fascinating.
Wow.
So Egon,
I'm just gonna keep talking till you shut me up.
Oh.
I can watch it forever. It's so wholesome.
This place has so much popcorn.
yeah, so Egon, he's just like, well, all right, you've got your spatulas. Let's prepare before Primeval can. And all of a sudden, like a portal opens up behind Egon, and Primeval just like sort of reaches out, grabs him, pulls him into the portal, and the portal like closes.
Grabbed who?
Egon,
No!
and he's
But-
gone.
We need to not have portals inside of the firehouse. That's just basic Ghostbuster regs.
And Yates and Gilbert are, yeah, we second the motion.
Would I know if any of the artifacts, possibly with some kind of incantation, thank you, could help like shield something?
You can take a try. Do a spengler roll. Roll under your number. You can roll 3 to look through and see if you can find something that you can help.
3 of them?
Yeah. Do you guys want to do anything while she's looking through the room?
Well, I can assist.
Want to look
You.
through toys? That sounds like fun.
I can.
You're gonna help look through the oh, you're gonna assist.
I was going to assist because we've done, 5 years ago, we did several tests on linking fifth dimension no beings to portal closures and or openings. So this is research I've done before.
Yes, that is true. All
Go
right.
for it.
So you roll to help her.
I haven't
that
been able
is-
to ramble at a person in 5 years. Except you. I'm sorry. I discount you. I ramble at you. I know. You don't have to squeak at me.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the general just.
Lots of people.
And yeah, it's a spengler roll for you. You can roll 3. Also.
assist, it would be
Yeah,
4.
to assist. And what did you get? You got. You're trying to roll under your number, which is a 3.
You got an extra die.
You get an extra die, so you can roll 4.
Here's all my notes. Well, I can't touch them. There's all my notes.
Here's a minute.
You are also trying to roll under your number, which is a 4.
So 2 with an ESP.
Ah, okay. You got a question?
I'm. What? I mean, yes, but are any of them? Do I sense if any of these artifacts are really powerful?
Well, I mean, this is just, it's not a sense for you. You're like an expert, so it's just sort of a matter of like what you know, right?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of very powerful objects in this room. You definitely recognize things that are, there's a reason the Ghostbusters locked them back here in a secret room.
Okay.
And your roll is totally a success, and you do find something. You find let's say a talisman. And you recognize this as being repellent to things from the fifth dimension. You think if you keep it around you, it will create a temporary block that will stop portals from opening in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Well,
want that one.
it
Why?
seems
What does
like
it do?
It's a.
I like to see the pizza's here. The Postmates you ordered 20 minutes ago.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. You run to the door and you look out the front window, and there is some like scared shitless Domino's guy like walking past like a tornado of ghosts with like a stack of pizzas, and he brings them up to the door and then lays them down.
Did you get the cookie brownie thing too? This thing's so good.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
And like let's say you can see through the window that some of the ghosts, a couple of sort of free-floating Slimer type apparitions, are sort of starting to notice the pizza guy and come in on him. And the pizza guy looks a little bit scared.
Oh my god.
Look just like that. Yeah.
Yep. And the pizza guy
Sorry,
looks
that
a
was me.
little bit scared.
Fifth dimension.
I'll go up to the door and then open it and let him in and grab the pizza, and then bring him down to where we are.
Brilliant. This is exactly what we need. We need more subcontractors. We need to put out a call on Craigslist.
Also, don't want the guy outside with the ghost, so.
Yeah, no,
safe to
definitely.
bring him
But
inside.
but yeah, personnel. I want to put a call out on Craigslist
What do you want to do?
to hire temps to assist us in our ghost busting siege.
Ghostbusters wanted. I would like to assist in this.
Okay.
I will.
To copy edit.
Craig's bust.
You can roll. I guess it's a Venkman thing. You're hiring people. I guess you can each roll 3.
Great.
Thank you, buddy. Let's go. It's the thing. Yep.
No, you can roll 4. Temps.
Yay! 3 successes.
So yeah, you get that ad up there, and it immediately just starts getting results. You start getting all kinds of responses to people being like, "Yeah, sure. What's it pay? What are the benefits? Those kind of things."
Right.
Yeah, bring them all in.
And we're gonna give them the standard Zetamore package. It's like $8 an hour, no
I was
balance.
gonna say, we did not go over funding.
Do we
There's
have
not
money?
gonna be a Ghostbusters by the end of the day anyway.
And if they don't make it, we don't have to pay them.
All right, you.
Are the ghosties still just floating in here?
Well,
Outside.
they're outside.
Oh, they're outside.
Yeah,
Yes,
you-
ghosts are floating in here.
You open up the door, Cliff, for the pizza guy. I want you to roll a Venkman roll. While this is passionate action, an action thing. The pizza guy is being crowded by ghosts. You are opening the door for him. Let's see if you can get the pizza guy in without letting any of the ghosts in.
How many?
You
I
can
would have been up there
roll.
with you because I have the credit card.
Oh, that's.
Okay, you can help. You can roll 1 because you're not necessarily a man of action. It's a Venkman roll.
You don't have to pay.
But you can roll.
For accounting.
It's an accounting thing. Well, you're coming up. Well, what are you helping him with? You're helping him.
He said
Trying
pizza
to-
was here. I'm the accountant, so I have to pay the pizza man.
So you're just in the vicinity.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna try and help him get the pizza man in without the ghosts.
Noticing,
getting
yes.
All right, so why don't you roll also 1? You are also not quite the actioneer. Well, I guess you're like a little bit of an Indiana Jones, right? So you can roll 2, and it's a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number, which is a 4.
Over my number.
And
I rolled a 6.
what? Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you can
And
roll
you got an
2.
ESP.
So you get one more
roll.
ESP.
Roll-
oh, that
yeah, roll
counts
an
for that as
additional.
well.
Roll one
Yeah,
more.
Yeah! Oh, double sixes!
Double sixes.
Success!
So you open that door, and the pizza man comes in, and right behind the pizza man, you are absolutely shocked to see this ghost of this guy who is sort of dressed in this kind of maroon shirt, and he's standing there. He's looking very, very angry. I will say, outside of the game, you don't know this because it doesn't mean anything in your world, but you guys would recognize him. He looks exactly like a young Patrick Swayze. He's standing there and he looks very, very angry, and you quickly slam the door in his face, and he starts like pounding on the door, and you just can hear him like pounding, and like the door is kind of like shaking a little
You
bit.
put out
Where's
one
the
call for
pizza?
temps.
It's right
I'm
here.
flying.
We gotta find that guy's wife.
The pizza guy's like, what the fuck?
Sorry about that.
What is wrong with you people? Who orders a pizza in this?
Hey, 25% tip is more than generous.
Yeah,
You're not
also,
just
you're
wrong.
more than 30 minutes late. That
So
should be
it should
free.
be free, yeah. We're not gonna do that.
I think they outlawed
That's still
that.
a rule.
Did they stop doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
stop
Dragon
doing that.
Fast.
I've
Cheap
been
bastard.
in a 5th dimensional stasis. I don't know how things work anymore.
Cheap bastard.
They're hungry. Here.
Yeah, and you can just still hear the pounding on the wall. And now you've got your pizza.
Get on the intercom.
Where's
Your wife's not here, man.
Is that in the intercom?
Tell them to relax and take a pottery class or something.
And you just hear,
Go
"Brrrr,
make a bowl.
pottery!
Go make a sexy ass bowl.
Sexy pottery! And you keep like banging on the door.
Cliff.
Yes.
Question. Just, spitballing here, because Ghostbusters HQ. Obviously, the Tullys over here have all their funny ancient artifacts, but could you maybe take Holtzman and the other techies to, like, where
Proton packs.
proton
Modern
packs
nerds.
and the nerdy stuff is?
Sure.
Do dangerous things
That
to
would
them.
be probably helpful for the oncoming war.
So yeah, let's say you break off with Yates and Gilbert and Holtzman, and let's say, oh wow, thank you, Caneus too, thank you. Wow, you guys are just amazing. You're incredible tonight. I don't know what we're selling anymore. I'm sure Don will tell me at some
Yes.
point, and I'm almost afraid to find out. But
Ghostbusters.
Have a little faith.
but you've got your Patrick Swayze, so
That's amazing.
and he's beating on the door right now, going, sexy pottery. And so
secret
yeah, what
objective
were we
was
doing?
get Rick
They were
to yell
splitting
sexy
off.
pottery.
Yeah.
Yes, there you
So
go.
you take Yates, Gilbert, and Holtzman, who are, I think the 3 scientists left over, and you head off to do sciencey stuff. And let's say Tolan joins the 2 of you in the artifact room where you guys are still trying to look for useful stuff. At least last time we left you, and you 2 are.
We're
what are you doing?
onboarding the temps and we are setting up their workstations, which look suspiciously, like cover.
Well, the,
Like a barricade.
the temps are not there yet. You're getting responses to your ad.
I'm just
Right.
saying if it's more than 30 minutes, they lose out on pay.
Wow, you are a harsh taskmaster. Okay, yeah, and I forgot. I guess Garrett is with you. He's a bit of a techie too. He's a gadget guy. So you are all off working. What are you doing in there?
So we're just looking around, trying to find. We have I think 20 proton packs. We had
Okay.
some
Sweet.
of the funding we got, so we have a bunch of those traps and the usual Ghostbusters equipment. So trying to get them outfitted with that.
And Holtzman looks at you and says, we have a couple of toys of our own that you don't have. Oh, thank you, Rona Van Brink.
About
Thank you.
funding.
Guys, just thank you. You've been amazing. And Holtzman says, yeah, we have a couple of toys of our own. Maybe with your help or with our help, we can rebuild some of them out of this stuff. And she starts like looking around, and she says, we got a cool thing where you can like punch ghosts. And a couple of months ago, we met these Ghostbusters from another dimension who taught us how to make like fifth dimensional dematerializers and things like that. Let's see. We're definitely gonna need. It'll take me too long to do alone. How savvy are you with this kind of stuff?
I'm pretty savvy. I've dabbled in a little bit, but I mean, I'm relatively new to ghostbusting, so I only have some of the stuff here. So.
Yeah, so you don't know anything.
No.
All right.
Someone asks if you're a Ghostbuster.
Yes, you say yes.
You hand them our card.
Okay. I'll hand them their.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll right now to see how the technological development team does? You can roll 3 because you've got quite an impressive team assembled in there. You are trying to make a Spengler roll. You want to roll under your number. You will represent the team.
So then 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So that team gets to work making some weapons. Patrick Swayze is just banging on the front door. And you two are in the artifact room when you suddenly hear, Oh, SW Steve, thank you. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much.
Goldberg.
Well, obviously, we need to see if there's any.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like any haunted pottery.
Yeah, you hear this sound, this kind of. And Gina, Allison, you
Do
think
we
it's...
have any of those? Like,
Oh, smoke beer, thank you! What are you doing? What are you promising them, Dom? Why is this happening all of a sudden?
with the dough.
What is he doing?
There's like
Ghost
soup inside of it. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
gotta be.
I hope.
Yeah, it's gotta
I hope.
Yeah, I could go for a dumpling right now. That thing. That was my stomach, wasn't it? I don't know. It's been 5 years. I forgot what hunger felt like.
Look, if you want a dumpling, go nuts. You got the spatulas.
Yeah.
I do.
And one of the walls next to you kind of starts quaking a little. And you
Wait.
see like the mortar and the bricks start to kind of like
That's a West
shake a
Coast
little
thing.
and pop out.
Yeah.
I assume
Have they been
that'll position
With your spatulas?
with the spatulas.
We've been gone for a couple years. You guys
Grab that
Track
talisman.
under New York.
No, I'm already wearing that.
Probably
And-
Oh,
ain't going
then I'm
but-
further away
yeah.
from you.
Suddenly one of the bricks pops out in a spray of water. Oh, Chelsea,
Yeah.
Chelsea, thank you again.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you guys, you're incredible. What is going on here?
They love you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and on the other side of the wall,
They love you,
from the other
son.
side of the wall, water starts coming from the brick. It just starts shooting like a stream of water into the room.
Is it salty?
Yes.
Catch it!
Buckets.
Buckets! Buckets!
We'd like to get buckets.
Buckets!
Yeah.
Well, you guys are upstairs, right? You're not here, are you?
No,
We just
we're-
heard the cry of
Buckets! Buckets!
Okay, you go running over to there. While you are standing there, the wall is starting to shake, and more of the bricks are popping out, and water is starting to shoot out from all of them.
Can I fill the holes with my ectoplasm?
You can damn sure try.
I'm gonna do it.
That's amazing.
Wow,
Yes.
yeah, that's great.
I just start. my body is the knife, and I just start smearing myself against the
Can I,
wall.
like, start trying to get some of the ectoplasm put on me
love it.
as well to help.
There
Hey,
is a
thank you
bunch
for
of
the sub.
ectoplasm.
That's what I'm saying. Can I like try to?
Okay, that's gonna be a help roll. So
Yeah.
first you roll, let's say a Venkman roll. You can roll. You want to roll over your number. That let's say your number is 4. You can roll 1 die. You are a little better using your ectoplasm. This is also a Venkman roll. You can roll 2 die plus. Yep, you can roll 3 because she gets the help.
Wonderful.
While you're rolling 3, that's a Venkman roll. You want to roll over
Yeah.
your number, which is a 3. You two decide who's looking for buckets and who's helping the other one look for buckets.
Okay. What kind of thing is a bucket look? What do you think? How are you feeling about bucket looking?
It's a
I mean, I
Venkman
think
thing.
I could.
You're
Yeah.
running
We'll
through the.
probably all help you.
You're just going
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
firehouse trying to.
Yeah,
look
you know
for-
the way this works? The person with the higher sales numbers gets buckets. The person with the lower sales number looks for buckets.
Always,
Wow.
always bring buckets.
Always be bucketing.
Damn, it's
Tabs.
cold.
No, I said persons that can both look for buckets.
All right. Well, figure out where the pantry is. Success.
All right, so you can roll.
3 successes.
All right, so
We find such buckets, stylish buckets. We succeed with
Oh,
stylish
this
buckets.
place has a janitor's closet.
Yeah, it turns out Ray stands.
This
Ray
place
stands
had
kind of
a
a neat freak.
janitor.
Yes, he was.
Hey, wait, this place had a Screw you guys, we were underfunded.
This is the funding thing. We need to get them on board because they knew how to get funded. We need to
gotta
get them with
talk
us.
after this is over.
Hey, have you gotten my card by chance?
You're getting your buckets. What did you do?
I want buckets of ducks.
Oh, I got 3 successes and an ESP.
You
I
have a
am-
question?
Or we'd say fuck it.
Where? Okay, right before I plug up some of these brick holes, where is this water being funneled from? I want to peek through the brick as I'm smearing my goo.
Okay, you got 3 successes, you said?
I did.
So, yeah, you start smearing your goo on the wall, and you peek through, and you see on the other side where there should just be dirt and brick and mortar. You see actually like this underground river, and coming right up to you out of the river, you see the head of what could only be the Loch Ness monster coming straight at the hole in the brick that you are looking through.
Nessie!
And, "Roar!" And then it comes and it tries to bite your face.
Hey, that's not very nice. We used to have a
No, you
relationship.
have to roll. Let's see if Nessie can damage you.
Okay.
So,
Can my pre-existing relationship with Nessie get me an extra die?
do you have a pre-existing
I
relationship?
did
with her?
establish it a little bit earlier in the game.
I remember hearing just that.
There was talk of it.
I guess, okay. Yeah, sure. We'll call it a wild passionate action. You try and appeal
We had a
emotionally
beautiful 2 weeks together before she disappeared.
to the Loch Ness monster, and you want to roll over your number. Your number is 3, and you can roll 2 die.
Over my number, you said?
Over your number.
My 1 success, my number.
1 success.
Yeah.
Do you get a question?
My question is, can I tell if Nessie is under some sort of hypnosis or are they acting like themselves? Or can I tell that
No. What I will tell you is just right out wise that you get this sense that this is not really so much the Loch Ness monster as some 5th dimensional ghost that has assumed its form.
how dare
So
And your goo covers up some of those bricks, you
not the one I met in the 5th dimension?
you got 1 success, right?
Yeah.
Right. Wait.
I had established that I had met Nessie in the 5th dimension. She was my friend for a while, and then she disappeared.
Yeah. No, this is not that Nessie.
Got
this,
it.
This Nessie is just some evil demon Nessie.
they
who's sort of-
kidnapped real Nessie and like
It's an
imitated,
imposter!
shapeshifted her. Nessie's in a closet in the 5th dimension somewhere, all tied up and in need of help.
So,
In the post-credit scene, we rescue.
it's entirely possible. So you
This is not my Nessie.
you managed to get your goo on a lot of those holes, and
I-
it does hold the
Oh,
wall
boy.
together and protect the room. But what
That
also
was a
happens?
sentence.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know, this is why I
We're not
bring
even.
only the classiest professionals to play with it. Just it holds the wall together and it will protect the room. You did a kind of good job.
Thank you.
But the center of the wall just breaks away, and just a flood of river water comes through the wall.
No.
And just with it, the Loch Ness monster and the whole basement area that you guys are in just starts to fill up
Darn
with
it.
water. And you are suddenly treading water as the basement starts filling.
Paige!
Well, we'll say it's not quite that high. You're not treading water, but it's coming up. You know.
Save the artifacts! I'll deal with the imposter.
Ooh, roll a Venkman roll to see how many artifacts you can save.
Oh my god.
You want to roll over your number. This is wild action. You're not
Rerolls.
prepared for it.
Go for it.
It's happening at the spur of the moment in water. You can roll 1.
Use your
You
determination.
want to roll over your number. It's 4.
Got this.
4.
Oh! So yeah, you are saving artifacts left and right. You are swimming around. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm attacking Nessie.
You're
Putting
attacking
on
Nessie.
crowns.
So that she can collect all the artifacts and get to safety.
Collect them all.
I don't care about water.
Sure.
I'm a ghost.
You're going after Nessie with the spatulas?
Yes.
Okay, that is a Venkman roll.
Magic
You
spatulas.
just got the magic spatulas.
I don't know
you
what
wanna
they
roll
do. Let's find out.
Over your number, you can roll 1 die because you've never used them before.
That's very scientific of you. Scientific method. at work.
What are you guys doing upstairs, by the way, while she is going after the
We were-
Well, the buckets are full now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got the
First
bucket.
re-rolls.
You did find them, but it's a little too late. Yes, you come
No,
downstairs.
it's right on time. Look,
I'm
we
just
can
gonna-
fill the buckets.
We're just gonna go
For
right to the
Scarecrow later.
fire pole and just like dip the
Oh,
bucket
for-
down. Just be like,
Okay.
Yeah.
You've
Buckets
got
are
the
full.
buckets for Scarecrow. How did you do?
I got my number.
You
I
got your
had to
number.
re-roll, friends.
Oh, okay.
First re-roll.
Okay, yeah, first reroll.
So I got my number. What do the specialists do? I do kind of like a, like the what are the chefs that do the chop chop chop
oh
chop chop?
yeah,
chop?
what are
What
they?
is that?
They do the funny flippies.
The.
Oh, is that what specialists do? They like flip any spectral entity and like
I'm
on
sort of
the
the
back?
I'm like I'm doing the chopping and the flipping and.
What I'll say is that, like, when you
where they do the
you-
know.
Yeah, that.
What is that?
you swipe at Nessie with the spatula,
Yes.
and like out of it grows this kind of long spectral arm that like smacks Nessie, and Nessie feels it and sort of swims away from you in the water.
I have no idea what that means.
That was so cool.
Wait. I'm gonna try.
Does anything?
Yeah, these are
Because I want to know if fifth dimension works on corporeal beings.
Well, why don't you make a roll? Make a knowledge roll.
no. Knowledge,
you wanna
okay.
roll-
You appreciate the
It's
science
Spangler.
of this.
You want to roll under your number. You can roll 3 because you're an expert on artifacts.
This could be a
She's
very
a pro.
practical
She
education.
appreciates the science of this.
You want to roll under your number. Your number
Under my
is
number.
4. And yeah, there's a success there.
Yes.
So what I'll say is that you instantaneously recognize those. They are the ancient Babylonian arm spatulas, which are believed to be artifacts.
As I do this, I just go high five.
Yeah, the ancient Babylonians were known to enchant spatulas with giant spectral arms that could be used to swipe at ghosts to protect them in their kitchens.
Of course, the spatula arms.
Yeah.
Spatula.
Wow. Spatula arms. Sam Punch returns. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Oh, come on.
with
You
the
didn't
hashtag-
hear those 2 words and, like,
Well-
spatula arms didn't go off in your head?
No, and now I'll never be able to unhear them. But thank you.
We should have manufactured this for the first ever Ghostbusters case.
So
Took
you
place in a kitchen with eggs.
you are swimming around trying to save stuff. You have just slapped
I'm
Nessie.
clunky all over the place.
Slapped her real
Nessie's
good.
keeping her distance from you. You have filled up the saltwater buckets.
Time for fans.
Time
Fans
for
are the next
fans.
project.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
do
You know
another-
this building. Help us find fans.
Fans, that will be in the room closet.
All right, excellent. We know all about closets.
Let's see if his knowledge is any good. Roll a Spangler roll. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 2 since you're prepared. You know your way around this place.
All right. Under my number?
Under your number.
Yeah, so 2 successes.
2 sixes. Yeah.
Two successes.
And he finds you the fans.
Excellent.
Just as he said.
Okay.
I need that. I
And
need-
as you've got those fans, the front door just bursts off its hinges, and angry Patrick Swayze comes, angry Sam Wheat comes running through the door,
Yeah, please.
going, "Gah, sexy ceramics!" And he looks around for somebody to attack.
I don't know the specific vulnerabilities of this IP well enough to do any kind of targeted
I
attack.
need a Whoopi Goldberg. I need a Demi Moore.
Yep.
I need.
Not a full more?
I need just a half.
Well,
And I
Well, I'll say
need
is-
a nice. I need a
While
love
he's
song.
thinking about that, you look
one
up
is it?
at one of the windows and you see this giant vampire bat just flapping at one of the windows. No, it's scary. Be scared. It's just frightening. Yeah, no, okay. It's just this absolutely frightening vampire bat at one of the
made it something
windows.
else.
Flapping. I can't. They voted.
No, that's fine, but just good luck getting Sam to be scared of that.
And it starts using its wings and
got
it
Margaret
starts
Thatcher's
shattering the glass in the window and comes in and now is flying around the top of the firehouse. Kind of, you can see it up at the raised ceiling.
All right, so clearly I need to employ the fuzzy bottom maneuver, the spider maneuver. You need to safely trap for eventual release, but safely without doing any harm. Because, like, you trap the spider in the jar and then you take him out. I need to do the trap equivalent to a bat that is very scary and definitely not my friend.
I believe
See, I follow
I read it.
directions.
Yeah, way to sell it. No.
Acting.
Yeah.
They are the salesmen.
So you're trying to create a non-violent trap for the bat?
Yeah. I am endeavoring.
Glass, paper, release.
Oh, it's very big. It's very large.
So it's a large glass.
Wow, I deserve that.
You're gonna need a bigger bat.
You're getting on a roll now.
I'm about to.
So yeah, that vampire bat is just huge, and as you were thinking about trapping it,
I feel like lasso trap. Like
Lasso?
so.
okay.
Like the principle is the spider maneuver, but in practice, it's a bat. I'm gonna need a lasso,
Okay.
and
okay.
then trapping after lassoing.
By the way, Joe Wakasich sends the reroll to Max. And
Trying to look up some stuff about the movie Ghost so I can make out with this thing.
Thank you, Joe. Max,
I'm on it for you.
I'm proud.
Sam Wheat is storming at you,
I'd be able to
screaming
help
about
you.
sexy ceramics. You are downstairs swimming around with the Loch Ness monster while you
Yep.
are trying to get
Oh,
those
yeah, I'm-
artifacts out of the water.
I'm like that kid in a Christmas Story. I can't put my arms down. I'm just think I'm covered in stuff.
Beautiful.
And you, that vampire bat shoots right to the floor, like right around you. Do you have a lasso? Let's say.
I remember Holtzman's pistol weapon that she kind of used like a lasso.
Sure, absolutely. Let's say Holtzman might have been working on one of those with you.
Okay.
You call out to them to see if they have anything. Why don't you roll?
Holtzman, whip me.
And Holtzman goes, hang on a sec. Why don't you roll to see if Holtzman has what you want?
Sure.
We'll call it a Venkman roll, so it's wild and passionate action.
Down in the artifact room, you just hear, oh my.
Missed you!
roll 2.
Okay.
It's Venkman, you want to roll over your number. Your number is 2.
2 successes with
2
an
successes.
ESP.
And Holtzman comes out and she says, not only did I have my own kind of lasso thing, but those old other Ghostbusters from the other dimension, they have this like specter snare thing that also lassos fifth dimensional ghosts. And I have combined the two of them into a single gun for you.
That
And
is
she-
so perfect and
she-
cool in every way. I mean, that's all right, I guess.
She salutes you and she's like, I'll be in there. And she goes back into the science room. And now you've got your specter snare. And that vampire bat comes right at you, and as it comes at you, it starts to change. And as it changes into the form of Count Dracula. And he goes, ha ha ha, I've come to suck your blood.
Oh,
Or
you're not
some
going to be my
Dracula.
bat puppy at all. And now I'm going to, whip him.
He goes, ah! Okay, so this is Venkman. Oh, it's wild, passionate action. You are trying
Yep.
to snare him before he gets to you. You want to roll over your number. You are not really an action character, and you've never used this weapon before, so let's say you can roll 1. And you knock some of your 40 rerolls into the cup.
Well, I'll have to spend the first one.
You're
Yep.
trying to roll over your number. Your number is a 2.
There we go.
And you got it this time. And yeah, you catch Dracula in that. And Dracula, he's caught and he sort of lashes out at you and it cuts you like right across the face. You have now like these 3 scars going like right across your face. They're kind of, bleeding, but, just like straight lines of just piercing cuts.
Excellent.
And Dracula then suddenly starts to feel, what is this thing? And the specter stare starts to close on him, and as it does, he begins to sort of dematerialize, like right in front of you, pulled as the snare just closes tighter and tighter on him.
I want to whip his hair back and forth.
Like Willow Smith? No, wait. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you okay, we will get to the character penguins in a moment. And you absolutely
Thank you.
whip his hair back and forth. Yeah, you were throwing him back around and just like a Hulk style, you're like
Yup.
pulling him down.
Yes.
And Dracula's like, ow, ow, 1, 2, 3 hits in the hair. And then he dematerializes into nothing just as Sam Wheat is coming up on you.
Yeah, okay, great. I would like to...
Sexy ceramics! And he
Stop.
starts swiping at you. He's gonna punch you.
I want to, step into it and start singing Unchained Melody.
There we go. All right, yeah.
Okay.
My love.
Roll a Venkman roll.
sweet
You want to roll over your number, which is a 3. You can roll. How good of a singer are you?
your touch.
You can roll 1.
Oh.
Hey, I called
You're right, I'm not a good turn. A 3, ESP. Here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, you knew it.
I should bet.
Where's Demi Moore's character Molly live in New York?
She lives on the Upper West Side.
Yeah, but that's right next to Janusz.
Next to Janos, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I want to like get in there, just be like, Sam, 79th and 8th, man. Go find her.
You're sending murderous ghost guy after
Tell her you love her, man.
Sexy Ceramics.
Definitely. Sexy ceramics.
She'll be petty in your hands.
Oh.
And he
Get some
scratches
Righteous
his
Brothers
hand.
records. Go do it right, Sam.
Do it right. And he kind of scratches his head and turns around and like slowly walks out the door. And as he opens the door, you look out front. And I will say for a moment.
One down, 800,000 to go.
Yeah, you see out front. There's still this swirling tornado of ghosts, but behind them in the sky, you see something else. It is this glider kind of majestically floating down out of the sky. But then, as you look closer, it's actually not floating very majestically. It's kind of shaking and rocking, and it comes in and just comes, conveniently right through the ghost tornado and flies straight down into the doorway and kind of crashes right into the door. And a worried carrier penguin gets up and he looks around and he looks very worried. And he pulls out his message bag and he throws a bunch of messages at you. And these messages.
This little guy's
The first
gotta
one
get the hell
is
out
from
of here. He's
Orion
gonna
Lightning.
Die.
He's not afraid of no ghosts.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Richie Poo. Thank you, Richie Poo. That carrier penguin walks over and he says, and he has a first message from Orion Lightning, and it says, "Thank you for a beautiful show as always. Also, Rick is a mad genius of talent." Oh my God, thank you. Not enough kudos go out to the GM. Give him all the love. All hell, Rick. Oh God, thank you. Praise makes me curl up into a ball and want to die, but thank you.
Found your weakness.
Yes. No, that's really kind, actually. And Blue Lynette says, "I am so excited Elisa is here. Good luck busting ghosts."
Ooh.
We are also so excited Elisa is here.
It's true. I'm really enjoying the whole sibling dynamic.
Yeah, and thank you for joining.
It's
almost like a little bit.
should
Yeah,
do it
you're
for
killing
real
it.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
aw, you're pretty cute. And DJ Phoenix says, "Welcome to the insanity that is tempting fate, Elisa and Devin.
Yeah.
Have fun."
Killing it like my ultimate demise.
Also killing it. Thank you,
Drag
DJ
it.
Phoenix.
Real, but also fictional.
And Meaning of Night says, "So much DeVivo power. Keep on busting, guys." DeVivo power, I mean, God, if we could harness it, we could solve the world's energy crisis. And
The
Aki,
secret
our
is coffee.
and espresso. And Aki, our
yeah.
good friend Aki says, "Welcome, Elisa and Devin. I was so ecstatic to hear you guys would be joining in today. I feel like I waited this day for ages, but it was well worth the great wait. Congrats." Thank you, Aki. We will get back to them in a second because that carrier penguin.
You get out of here, little man. You gotta get out of here
he-
now. You're gonna
very
die
worried.
in here.
He's very worried, and that carrier penguin, he runs and he grabs his glider and he goes, "Wait, and he runs out and he looks very carefully out the door, like he's looking for something, and then he runs and he kind of takes off, and his glider pulls up into the air and soars up because that's how gliders work. And he starts flying up, and as he's flying up, you see something. This first, it's just like a black speck in the distance, but as it grows closer, you see this figure. It is like this. It's like this terrifying Grim Reaper thing with like a hood. You can't quite see its face. It's all shadowed in darkness, but it is just absolutely frightening, and it's moving super fast, and it comes up, as the carrier penguin disappears, the carrier penguin sees it behind it and starts to go faster, because again, that's how gliders work. And starts gliding faster up into the air.
It's part of his body.
And the Grim Reaper thing starts following the penguin, and as they both disappear out of sight, just suddenly there's some silence. And then you just hear this this like penguin scream, and then
What?
dropping from the air in front of you, you see like the carrier penguin hat and the mailbag just on the ground in front of you.
Are they the only ones that see this?
I
They're the
will
only
say
ones
that.
upstairs, right?
Yeah, they see this. I will credit you all with the knowledge.
Oh, okay.
They'll relay it later. We'll say that you could see from the basement window that this was going on, and you could see from the science room window because all windows in this building face the same direction. Egon is a structural genius.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
in New York, you just be flanked.
right. I mean,
All
yeah. I mean,
windows
you
would
could.
just face
Yeah,
out
depending
in
on
front,
the
yeah.
Ghostbuster firehouse. I don't know what the back looks like, but
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you all see that, and the mailbag and the thing just sit there on the ground, and you don't
Dimension, no.
You don't know what just happened, but whatever just happened to that carrier penguin, you know it was bad. And we will pick up on that next week in Carrier Penguins.
I would like to rage.
Yeah,
I see what you
I
did
see.
there.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
But also, Stay here. I'm gonna go have a look. And I'm gonna go outside.
Is there anything I can give her for protection?
Why don't you roll to find out?
I mean, I'm one of them. They don't
roll
know.
a Spengler roll. You can roll 2 because you are an expert, but you are now down only to the artifacts that you were able to save, so it's going to be a little bit harder for you.
Yeah,
So,
I'm wearing a bunch.
roll 2
Anything that
die.
can disguise my outfit, I kind of
Flavor
died in it.
Flav
I
over
can't
there.
change it.
You want to roll under your number? Your number is a 4.
You're asking for a fashion check,
I am.
Gina?
I need a fashion check.
ESP.
All right, you got 1 success. It's an ESP. Do you have a question?
Is there anything in here that can change my outfit?
Is there anything that I'm wearing that could change someone's appearance?
A ghostly appearance.
A ghostly appearance.
Can I change my ghostly form?
You actually see something in there that you recognize as the amulet of superficiality. It is ancient storied amulet
Yes.
written about in Tobin's Spirit Guide. And if the right kind of ghost is able to use it in the right kind of way, they can use it to masquerade as some other kind of ghost or creature.
Allison, catch. Doctor, thank you.
And amazingly, you are able to catch it, Doctor.
What? Put it from the 5th dimension? This has been. I read about this. This was supposed to be blocked. Did we get this from Madonna? I knew it. Ah! I want to change into a showgirl.
A showgirl.
Yeah, big headdress, everything.
Okay.
Like a real
Roll
like,
a Spengler roll.
Keep it in a Tropicana kind?
Exactly. There's definitely some fruit up there.
Yeah.
Roll a Spengler roll to see if you can figure out how to.
Okay.
Successfully.
How many?
You can roll 1 because you've never seen this thing before or,
I have not,
or used it.
but I
you roll
imagine
under your number, which is
If
3.
you wear it and then think, and I'm good at thinking.
Well, let's see if you're right.
Don't remember if you said over or under.
Under 3.
Under,
Oh, wow,
I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, you did.
So you change into a showgirl, and get back to that in a second. Right now the door is open.
Indeed.
Sam Wheat has left,
Yeah.
and the carrier penguins are gone, and Long John Scarecrow and his Bradrat and
Yeah.
who was the third one?
Mysterious.
And Mysteria.
Mysteria, yes.
They are now coming up to the front door. Mysteria is starting to change into mist, and that mist is sort of starting to wind its way into the
We're
firehouse.
prepared for all of these things. Team,
Yeah.
You
always be busting.
are in the science room. Yeah, you are. That's what you are seeing. They are coming up to you.
It is bust o'clock.
Start. Yes. Okay. You're getting your packs.
I'm getting a
No,
box
we have our
fan.
special items for all 3 of these. We are super prepared.
I'm dunking slices of
Specifically for
pizza
this.
in salt water.
Yeah, we are.
chopping them up, chucking them into a box van.
Okay. You
It's fucking gross.
you are getting
Wait,
ready to
you're
do
dumping
that
the water?
when you are in the science room.
Okay.
And you are sitting there still with Yates and Gilbert and Holtzman. You are all still putting together weaponry. And Holtzman looks up and goes, "Oh, cool! It's Casper the Friendly Ghost." And you look up, and then hovering over you is actually Casper the Friendly Ghost. And Casper looks at you and goes, "Ooh, I'm scary."
I'm not a
Ooh. And he tries again with the other Ghostbusters. Ooh, and they're not scared either. Casper's like, oh man, thought it was scary. I guess it can't be scary. Wait, unless this works. And then he turns back to you and he goes, and as he turns to you, he like his head changes into like this horrible nightmare skull and it like flies right at you.
I'm real scared of that.
Yeah, Holtzman falls backwards out of her chair. Yates sort of leaps back like, and Gilbert picks up one of those weapons that you're working on and sort of starts to, get between the rest of them and the ghost. What are you doing?
I've been working on a small trebuchet we can use for the pizza. I thought about that just in case we were outside and we couldn't get the pizza to the what's the rat?
Rat-a-tat?
Rat-a-tat.
Yeah. So I thought we could just trebuchet that.
What? No, it's
No,
bird.
it's
bird.
rat-a-rat.
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 I was like, rat-a-tat's a metal.
Yeah, that's a Pokemon.
So,
I'm easily confused.
well, that's very simple. So I've been working on that specifically, but also been telling the other team just we're making like turrets and other sort of energy-based weapons, just so we can deploy on the roof if that's something we can do, and then for the oncoming siege that might happen.
Okay, I want you to roll 3 Spangler die to see if the team succeeded at that. You want to roll under your number. Your number is a 4.
Okay, I only got 1 success.
You can spend your
Reroll
rerolls.
those.
Reroll
Yeah,
one
it's
reroll
worth it.
per die.
It's worth it.
All of those.
One per.
One. You gotta spend 2
Sorry,
rerolls
I
for
would
what
put
you
rolls,
did.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that is 3 successes now.
Yeah. So 4
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
And you got. You actually got a question there, or a couple of questions there, ESP.
Does Casper know anything about what's going on?
Casper is just one of these 5th-dimensional spirits who's taken on a form,
Okay.
just like the Loch Ness monster.
First Nessie, now Casper. We gotta destroy these fuckers.
Can I recruit Casper to join us?
That wasn't.
I mean, you can try.
Can I roll for that?
Well, I guess you got 2 questions, right?
Yeah. Well.
I'm gonna say no,
Okay.
because that was the second question.
All right.
Casper can't be converted. He's a mindless spirit.
I was gonna have weapons and stuff too. I thought of that already. All right.
But why don't you roll? You roll for your turrets. The turrets worked, right? So there was 3 successes. So it's like, yes, 3 successes. You succeeded brilliantly. In fact, not only did you create turrets that can be automatically set up, but you have created proton packs that can defend themselves, essentially operate independently. Oh, thank you,
Just a weasel.
Just a Weasel. Yeah, thank you for the
You're
sub.
so much more.
Just awesome. There we go. I got it.
Yeah.
I like both
No.
though. I
You're
think
not just a weasel. You're a whole person.
Okay, so while you are thinking about how you were going to deal with Casper, and you two are getting your ghost busting special gear together, and you guys are you are about to head out doing your showgirl thing.
Indeed.
time to get pizzazz.
I wanted to stop by real
Or
fast.
like
And do like a quick number.
Yeah, I got it.
the musical interlude.
Oh, you know what?
I gotta milk this. You guys,
Hey.
I miss you. I gotta, entertain you.
We're gonna do the character swap. So
This is always great.
while you are feeling this, everybody's doing their thing. Suddenly,
4
that's
me.
You
Yes.
and 5.
and you.
We
We're like exactly the
specifically
same.
swapped
Last
Last
time.
did it.
arc.
Yeah.
Both
I
of
bet.
us swapped
Reroll
yeah.
me.
All right. You know what? It's you. The 2 of you.
Yes. Good. This is correct.
Aww. Do you
No?
want your show off moment first?
I was really excited about being a showgirl.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Never mind.
That's
Never mind.
okay, that's okay, that's okay.
What
I
if we
don't-
lay it in like 5 minutes?
Also,
or like 10
we
minutes.
switched last time, didn't we?
No,
No,
we switched.
you
No,
switched
no,
last
no.
time.
When
we
when I was still alive.
No, it was you and me.
You and me.
Yeah.
That's right, we switched hats.
Yeah, and I can't do your voice
Yep.
because
All
my
right.
voice.
Then you know what? It'll be you.
Oh God, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
You can do it.
You got this. Always be
fast.
bustin'.
Always you.
Oh yeah. And
You're gonna need these.
things.
Yes. You need cards.
Card business cards. They're very
Yes.
important.
always be bustin'.
And code power energy blast. Never forget, it is placebo and maybe cocaine.
Do lots of
Now I'm
code
looking
power.
for
All right.
code power.
That lasts for 30 minutes. Do you mind keeping that time?
Yes.
That will last for 30 minutes.
All right.
Oh, here, slide on crack.
Be careful.
So,
Sorry
yeah,
about that. I just got real excited.
Oh, these
You've
are
got-
really thick.
you've got those turrets set up. They are intelligent. They can actually sort of defend themselves. And you those are successful, but Casper the Friendly Ghost is still bearing down on you. What do you want to do?
All right, so we set up some barricades now. We also came up with some like those shields, like handheld shields. I don't know, did we? I don't know. Portable shields.
Did you?
Well, you tell.
Okay.
We have some barricades set up. We have most of the Ghostbusters have their proton packs on, and we're just ready to fight.
Okay, so Casper's coming at you. What do you want to do? Block with a shield, or like, why don't we see how well your shield works?
Okay.
Make a Spangler roll. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 3 because you're rolling for the team. See how well the shield design worked.
I rolled one.
You're trying to roll under your number. Your
I had
number
a success.
is 4.
One is like 4.
One success.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Casper comes at that shield, and the shield works. Casper hits it, you put it up, and it just hits right back into your head, and it hits you square in the center of the head, knocks you back in the wall, the back of your head hits the wall behind you, and you kind of fall down. You're a little disoriented now. You got, cartoon birds spinning around your head, sort of, so to speak.
Little ghost
Stars,
birds.
Cliff. We need stars.
And, you, But Casper sort of backs off, and as Casper sort of backs off of you, from behind, Holtzman grabs Casper with those, boxing glove things that they have, and sort of like holds him while Yates tries to blast with a proton pack. And they're sort of holding it in check while you sort of gather your wits and get back to your feet.
Is there a trap nearby me?
Sure. This is an equipment room.
Can I grab a trap and try to trap Casper in it?
Okay. Originally those traps did not work, but Tracy the Gorilla helped everybody upgrade all their equipment, so they are now fifth dimensional traps. Tracy the Gorilla's great. Yeah, you can't underestimate a good gorilla. And so let's say this is a Venkman roll. You want to throw that trap out in a place where it'll work and hit it at the right moment. You can roll 1 because you have no experience. You've never been hired.
That's true. I rolled a 4.
You want to roll over your number. Your number is 4, so you succeed.
Yeah.
But at cost. So you kick that trap out there and you open it, and while Holtzman and Yates are holding it, it gets sucked right into the trap and the trap closes. But you looked into the trap. Oh. You're not supposed to look into the trap.
Oh no!
And I'm going to say you are sort of
didn't properly train him.
temporarily, you are not quite blinded, but you just sort of your vision is now distorted. You very kind of out of focus, and that's gonna be an impairment on you for I don't know a little
A
while.
hot second.
Yeah.
Comparatively significant amount of time.
Not terrible. It will not take you out of the game. But for now, yeah, I wouldn't shoot a proton pack at anything. So you two are in the main room. Oh, you two are in the main room. Ghosts are now starting to pound on all the firehouse windows. Some of them are starting to break the glass. Some of them are starting to ooze through the walls. We will say that this firehouse, having been outfitted by the Ghostbusters, is a little bit ghost resistant. It's not quite as easy for them to get into other buildings. But they've been at it for a while now, and things are starting to break down a little bit. Long John Scarecrow and Bratterat and Mysteria.
Mysteria.
Yeah, Mysteria, right. Are in the room. The mist is swirling around you. Long John Scarecrow pulls his sword and goes, "Yarr!" And Bratterat is sort of swooping down at you from the ceilings and then going back up.
I think there's only one obvious solution here.
Toss the
Which
salt, the water.
We toss it all and we gotta lead them to the containment unit.
Yes.
So
Downstairs.
it's like
We have to use
chunks
the
of
pole.
pizza down the hole, salt water going down the hole, aim the fans down the hole. All of it's gotta go down there. We ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Alright. We would like to roll to throw a bunch of shit down a hole.
Down a hole.
Roll for
What
hole.
hole?
What
down
hole?
the pole hole.
Oh, the pole hole.
fire hole.
Into the
Right.
room.
Okay, so what are you throwing down the pole hole?
Some pizza,
Some pizza,
some salt water,
some salt water.
and I guess we're aiming some box fans down there as well.
I think it's like pizza is a carrot, the salt water and the fans are the sticks.
He gets like
Really?
catnipped out by the salt water, right?
Huh, alright.
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
no. Yeah.
He
It's
gets,
like, yeah, he loves it.
stuck.
He's just
Learning
gonna
your
roll
expertise
around in
is-
it.
I'll
They're
do
gonna
that.
follow
yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and
Oh,
then I think
I have an
So-
idea.
let's
I
do
can
it.
dump it on myself and
Dump
run.
it. Dump it.
Oh yeah, well you have to wheel, but yes. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna dump salt water all over Glenn.
Okay.
I'll come back to haunt me.
Roll one Venkman die, or Spangler die. You want to roll under your number. Let's say you can roll 2.
Okay.
Let's say you can roll 3, because you're just dumping water on somebody.
It's not bad.
You want to roll under your number. Your number is 3.
There you go. Okay.
What are you guys doing right now?
We're trying to
creating
lure
bait.
the other ghosts. Yeah, we're turning Glenn into bait.
They're gonna douse her in salt water so
And
that
you're
the
gonna run
ghost
away?
pirate is attracted to the salt water and she can
Cool.
run away and be followed by the ghost
Is
pirate.
it under my number, right?
Under your number.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yes.
Always be boss.
You dump that water right on target, and you are now soaked from head to toe in salt water. And Long John Scarcombe looks at you and goes, "Yarr, yarr, fly, you fool!" And yeah, you take off. Why don't you roll a Venkman roll to see how this chase goes?
What is my new number?
2.
Your number
Yes.
is 2,
You're very
so
Venkman.
you are very Venkman. You can
Venkman AF.
roll, but you are a different kind of Venkman. You're not really like physically actiony. You're more of like a salesman Venkman, right? I mean, well,
Sales bank.
right, sales Venk. I mean, you eventually trained and became, kind of. a
Yeah,
little
I mean,
more
actually,
badass.
we had the whole thing last
Yeah.
episode that I
Yeah.
specifically got
So
combat
so
training.
you actually are kind of actiony. So why don't we say you can roll
You
2
Temporarily unlocked
for that.
Overwatch.
I also shot
2. You want to roll over your number,
Over 2.
which is a 2.
That's a lot.
1 or 5. That's 1 success, unless you want to use a reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot him if you got him.
Dang it.
That's
Oh,
That did nothing.
Reroll,
can
destroy
reroll
that
again.
die.
Ah.
Don't use the cursed die. That's cursed die.
new die.
yeah, you know.
There we go.
So that's 2 successes, and with those 2 successes, Long John Scarecrow is right on your tail, and he's really slow. So you are just able to stay a very safe distance ahead of him. And
I'm
he's
going
just,
big wheelie circles.
Yeah, and he's just following you in circles.
Yes, Neil's in danger.
Yeah, I would like to
I don't know.
eat
I
a
can
slice
hear them
of
screaming.
pizza and also take the rest of the box of pizza with me and slide down the pole.
Okay,
Be like,
I will give you the eating
You.
the pizza.
and
What's up,
I
Doc?
will go viral.
Let's give you the slide down. Let's give you the eat the pizza, but to slide down the pole while holding the pizza, you're gonna have to roll a Venkman roll.
Yes,
and
that's understandable.
you are also you are like a just salesman-y salesman. So
Yeah.
you can roll 1. You're not really
Okay.
physical action here.
No,
at
I'm
all.
not. That's
so
true.
it's like
Roly poly.
I got this. Success.
yeah, you want to roll over your number. That was a success.
So I wrap one leg and one arm. I wrap my crook of the elbow so I can keep eating the pie while sliding.
Yeah, it's 1 success.
looks
So you
gross.
slide down, and as you hit the ground, you hit pretty fast. You hit the ground pretty fast, and you
Yeah.
hurt one of your knees. And
Sounds like me.
but it works, and Bradarat follows you down, right? That's the idea.
Yeah, that's the idea. Okay.
And he's coming right towards you. You only had 1 success, so you're not at a safe distance like she is. He's basically just coming right for your pizza.
So I'm just gonna throw it a slice.
And yeah, he,
Just 1 slice, not like a lot.
Pieces.
No, I got like a whole pie here, but like
Oh,
1
yeah.
slice. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and he goes to eat the slice. What are you 2 doing?
Okay. So, I,
Sorry, real quick. Which one's older?
me.
Good to know.
Okay. Okay. All right. How do I look?
Like a showgirl.
Like a showgirl. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, hang on. I can hear McNeil. I'll be right back.
Bye.
All right. Head upstairs. Head upstairs. Get the stuff to safety. You're dripping wet. Oh, you're gonna get a cold, and Mom and Dad are gonna yell at me real hard.
What can I
want
do?
to.
You're not-
I want to. I mean, they didn't take very many buckets. I want to basically use my body like a ghost sponge for the water. I want to like swell up and. Well, I mean, I'm a ghost. I can do whatever I want,
Beauregarded.
right? I'm gonna.
And then go
You've
outside
got
and
that
just.
amulet of superficiality.
I
It's helps
do.
you change shapes. So
I'm
it's
gonna.
like you want to,
I'm gonna. Yeah.
and you're trying to suck up the salt water that she's covered in
Yeah,
So
but
that
she's
the-
running away.
Right, so the ghost pirate chases you again. Like that's
No,
it.
no.
No? What do you...
We had multiple buckets. I just dumped
Oh! You tried
Yeah,
a different
sure, we
bucket
do
of
have
water.
a
Okay, I
bucket.
get
I'm
you.
using myself as a bucket.
And they're all
Sure.
stylish.
You can roll a Spangler roll. You can roll 2 die because you've used the amulet successfully once now. Let's see if it works. You are trying to roll under your number. Your number
Under?
is a 3. Spangler roll.
Oh.
Oh no.
Stop doing it.
I know.
You know, Mom and Dad.
You got it, sis.
I knew it!
So yeah, like some sort of sponge creature, you start absorbing salt water.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, you look like you're retaining water.
Rude!
Putting
the rue in rude.
I didn't say anything about your haircut.
It's fun.
Go through the wall. I see McNeil. McNeil! Do you still have heartburn? Like, perpetually, do you still get it? Yeah. Do you have those tablet things? What are they called? What's that thing called? No, not the Tums. That's for stomach aches.
Alka-Seltzer.
That! All right. Oh, you're a genius! Ho, 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 ho.
Mentos will do that too.
Oh.
I'm
Yes! I'm going to explode on the captain.
I love this. Okay, let's call that a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number. You can roll. You can roll 2 unless you make a successful help roll. Let's say you have a lot of Tums, maybe, if you, or Alka-Seltzer if you make a lot of. So why don't you roll 2 to see how your help goes?
So stressful.
We'll call it a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 4.
one.
We're good.
Okay, you got it. So you can roll 3. You are also trying to roll a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number, which is a 3.
2 successes and an ESP.
You got a question?
Does he have anything on him that I can steal before I blow up?
He's got a sword.
Oh, I'm gonna go hug him and then grab his sword and explode.
Okay, roll a Venkman roll.
Why are you rolling for my average week?
I don't know.
Roll
I spent a lot of time in the 5th dimension.
roll 2 die Venkman. You want to roll over your number to see if you can get the sword.
All right. Put the spatulas in my waist belt. How many 2 over my number?
2, yeah, Venkman. Your number is 3. And
Over my number.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
2
got that
successes.
sword.
Yeah.
And then as you get the sword,
This is mine now.
that is exactly what happens, and the captain doesn't even have a chance to react. He goes, "Yar!" And then just your explosion just wipes him out of the map. You see him dematerialize right in front of you. The salt water just having some strange interaction with his ghost pirate physiology. And
You're even cooler as a ghost.
I honestly think it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. But Ghostbusters is pretty cool too.
and
Right. Yeah.
you are back in the room with the techies. Casper, the friendly ghost, is caught up in the trap, and you start to hear rattling coming from the containment unit.
I'm gonna go walk over and check it out.
Okay,
What's going
roll a Spangler roll. You can roll 1 because even though you are a Ghostbuster, you're a noob and you've never used this thing because you've never been hired. So you want to roll under your number. Your number
Did not
is
roll my
a
number,
4.
So I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still have stuff for the table.
We do. Yeah.
Not using that
Did I
die.
die?
Nope. Re-roll again.
Murder it. See, all these people needing their
1.
rolls.
Yes.
These are my dice.
So
Yeah, I should just do that.
yeah, absolutely. Your eyesight is not really great right now, but you get up real close, and you're looking at it, and it looks like the readout that tells you how the containment grid is going seems to say that the containment grid is very weak right now, and the machine starts shaking a little bit, and shakes a little bit more, and it shakes a little bit more, and then suddenly, out of that part where they insert the trap and put in the thing, it's like that it opens just on its own avail, and out of it starts to pull this green form, and it sort of pulls and pulls, and it pops into existence, and it kind of looks like Slimer, but it's actually got like fangs and like glowing red eyes, and it's like evil Slimer. And evil Slimer looks at you and goes, "Wah, wah, 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 wah."
Do I have anything nearby me to throw at him? There's any food or anything in?
Why don't you look around?
Or in here?
Got him after midnight.
Why don't you roll a Venkman roll to see if you got any food stashed around? You can roll to. You want to roll over your number.
Nope.
Nah, you got nothing, man. Slimer's just coming right at you. Evil Slimer comes at you and comes right through you and hits you, and as he goes through you, he slimes you, and that slime sort of makes you feel all funky, and you sort of sit down and you're like, ugh. And Evil Slimer goes, and you see he just flies off into the building and disappears. As that happens, you feel the whole building kind of rock a little bit, and you all feel it. And then nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, there's like another tremor.
Do I have a glass of water on the table that just starts?
Yes, you're on the table, and just like yes, exactly Jurassic Park
Technically,
style.
you're sitting in a giant cup of water.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole room goes.
Right. In fact, you are sitting there and you hear this like cracking sound. And suddenly all the water in the room just begins to drain out.
No thank.
And suddenly it's gone, and once the water's all gone, you see the floor is now all cracked. And from underneath the floor, you see one area of the floor starts to shift and move a little bit. And this, the tip of this tentacle like punches through the floor and starts like reaching around.
Severely not my kink. I am covered in artifacts. Can I roll to see which one of them is going to be helpful using all of my like artifact knowledge? I'm covered in them.
Absolutely.
I have them everywhere.
Absolutely. Make a Spangler roll. You want to roll under your number.
Yeah.
We said we
4.
made this 2, I think, last
Okay.
time. So yeah, your number's 4. You want to roll under it.
2 ESP.
2 ESP. You got any questions? Yeah. Yes. Is this a dog question?
It's not a dog question. Where's the nearest ghost who could conceivably become my friend? Sorry, what?
The nearest.
I'm upstairs.
I mean like a puppy friend, though.
Oh.
You're already my friend.
That's true.
You have.
We're bust friends.
We're more than that. We're sisters.
We're ghost bust friends.
We're Ghostbusters sisters.
You're the ghost worst sisters.
Ghostbusters.
Also,
You're the
small, quick
worst
continuity question.
Yeah.
Isn't my sister already currently wearing an amulet that repels all things from the 5th dimension? And we've established that this ghost is a varsity from the 5th dimension.
But this
They
is
shouldn't be able to touch you.
No, the amulet turns off portals.
Yeah.
It said it also repelled 5th dimension.
Oh, that was the talisman.
The talisman,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
The talisman. Paige is wearing
it keeps them away, but it's not all powerful.
Got it,
Powerful
okay.
beings can get through it.
we're keeping an eye on the talisman.
You had just made a roll to see if you had something in
Artifacts that tentacle away.
Yeah.
Tent be gone.
Well, tentacles. I mean,
It's a
instantaneously
tentagool.
pop.
Oh, and it is behaving in a way that is severely tent uncool.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Tend
I'm
to kill me
sorry.
now.
Siblings, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you do actually. Tentacles immediately make you think of Cthulhu, and you look down at the thing around you, and you see that you have let's say a staff, and the staff has a little symbol on it, and the symbol has this little guy kind of carved into the head of it. When I say tentacles, you start thinking of these little things.
All right. Then I want to hit it with the staff of Cthulhu Nope.
Cthulhu Nope? Yes, that is what it is. It's the staff of Cthulhu Nope. You instantaneously recognize it.
Yep.
And you know that this thing is good for attacking Cthulhu. So why don't you take a Venkman roll at it? You can roll 1 because you're not really an action hero. We established you're a little Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
You can
Indiana
roll-
Jones. Working with artifacts to like.
You can roll 2.
bonk
So
Yeah.
we're gonna roll over your number. Your number is 4.
All right, let's go bonkers. That is 1 success. Let's bump this. Try to bump this one up. I forget. Hang on. I needed to roll over my.
Under, right?
No, it's a Venkman task.
Sorry.
And I got a second success. There we go. Full success.
All right, yeah, you just smash that little tentacle thing.
Nope.
And you hear this sound like "Roar," and like whatever it is like retracts under the ground, and the whole building just sort of starts shaking and shaking, and you guys just hear like this earthquakey sound. Yeah.
Okay, since I'm still running away from
Yeah.
Rat,
Yep.
can I run down and see this moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You just lead Bratterat. Bratterat was coming after your pizza, right?
Yeah.
When we last saw
I
you.
forgot about
Right. But yeah, so yeah, you absolutely can lead Bratterat down, and you come down there, and that thing just retracts, and what you guys see is
Hey, what was that?
like
It's a Cthulhu. What's it look like?
What?
Have you never
Was that
studied a
its
Cthulhu
mouth?
before? What did I teach you from the ones from the other dimension?
Was that its mouth?
It might be its butt.
well,
I think it's the same thing with the Cthulhu.
Either way, hold on.
it's retracted. It's gone. It's
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I want to drop a slice of pizza.
Yes!
Into the Cthulhu?
My queen!
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Into the butt.
you drop it down. You drop the pizza down, and you just hear this really deep voice going, "Thank you." I want you to make a Venkman roll.
That's why they're angry.
You can roll 3 to see if your attempt to reach out to Cthulhu with pizza works.
I also
Bratterat goes in after it.
Bratterat in, yeah.
Okay, you roll over your number. You want to roll 3.
Pizza
Your
super
Venkman, your
persuasive.
number
You got this.
is.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, roll
Oh,
those
you know what?
again.
That's, you got 1.
Oh,
Look at
hey.
all these
Getting
things.
fancy. Getting so fancy.
Yeah, sweet. 2 successes.
2 successes.
There we go.
Yeah, you throw it down there, and Bratterat goes down, and yes, into the hole.
Into the butt.
Yes, and it disappears into the hole, and then you hear like a belching sound, and then you hear "Thank you again."
Anytime? No. Not anytime. No problem.
And outside the window of the building, you look, and from the basement window, you can see outside whatever the building next door is. All of a sudden, this gigantic like Cthulhu creature just rises out of the ground, knocking over the whole building next to you, and then starts to just like stomp away into the city, leaving like a trail of devastation behind it. And then it just like disappears off into the horizon, satiated with a slice of pizza and a Bratterat. And
That's better than a world.
your whole building is now kind of, it looks like an earthquake just hit it. It's all misaligned, pipes have burst, things are starting to steam in the walls mysteriously. This place is starting to look a little bit like a disaster zone.
Perfect.
Yeah, outside, Just Awesome sends their reroll to me. Thank you, Just Awesome. Thank you for the sub and thank you for the reroll. You know, when I get a reroll, I get to use it as a forced reroll, which is good for conflict. And everyone knows conflict is good for storytelling, so thank you, Just Awesome, for supporting good storytelling. Give rerolls to me. What do we got left? We hit all that stuff. Oh wow, we're doing
Yeah.
great.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Give us something.
721.
The entire
Okay.
building's gonna fall on top of our heads, but we're doing great.
It's cool.
Totally.
Yeah, the entire building is about to fall on top of your heads, and let's say
I have a
the
plan.
5 of you meet up again. One of you is still being chased around. Wait, what?
No.
No,
Nope,
you've gotten rid
it's
of
been
all
resolved.
the ghosts.
No,
They've all been
Mysteria is
resolved.
I
still.
exploded it.
Oh, Mysteria is still there.
I took
She's
its
still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say
But
you
we
are.
got fans.
Yeah, we need our biggest fan.
Let's see if that works.
Which one of you is it?
Let's say the 5 of you are reunited in the main room. Garrett and the other Ghostbusters are in the back, getting all those weapons kind of together in working order, and they're ready to hand them off to you as you might need whatever. Mysteria is just filled the whole main room with mist. She's essentially all around you, and each of you can see her like popping out of the mist at you, like swiping at you. It's kind of scary and disorienting, and each time she does, you get this weird kind of...
I'm just flapping the spatulas to
I'm
walk
using my
through.
cards. Made a fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good work, McNeil.
Yes. That's kind of not working-ish. It's keeping her a little out of your face, but
It's just
she's
all
around
it's
you.
not
Yeah.
like
Stays away from us.
dispersing her, but it's creating pockets for us to walk through to get to the rest of our friends.
We never missed you. Why are you here?
And Mysterious
It doesn't
says,
matter. She missed us.
Mysterious says, that was the worst ever. You deserve to be punished. And this mist hand grabs you and starts pulling you up towards the ceiling.
Paige.
I have no idea what happens if you Cthulhu nope a non-Cthulhu, but I am the Punisher. If no one has ever watched this channel, you would know that. Bulk.
Okay.
And I make some different staffing decisions.
So you're gonna try and use the Cthulhu staff to attack Mysteria.
Stick it to her.
Okay, let's see if it works. Yes.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
What you doing, sis?
I mean, I'm still wearing the superficial amulet, so like, can I just turn myself into a giant fan?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You are our biggest fan.
I did raise
Super
my hand
fan.
when I said I'm the biggest fan of this place.
Yes, you absolutely can. Roll 2 Spangler die, see if you can figure out how to work that. You want to roll under
I'm
your
doing
number.
really good at this amulet.
Yeah, okay, you can roll 3. You want to roll under your number is a 3.
2 successes, 1 is my number.
Okay, you got a question?
Oh, but I'm assisting, so.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta help.
Yeah.
So, you can swipe at Mysteria with the staff. And let's say that's a Venkman roll, it's an action thing. You can roll 2, because you got that Indiana Jones thing going on.
Okay, but I have the 3 now.
Oh, and you got, right
Yeah,
now you
3.
got 3. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna blow her away. She'll be vulnerable.
Teamwork. One teamwork.
Oh!
You can spare them.
Yeah.
2 teamworks. Teamworks.
Teamworks!
All right, so
Well done, Paige.
yeah, why don't you describe to me what
No,
happens?
Allison.
You shape-shift into a
I
giant.
shapeshift into a giant. What kind of fan do I
Yes,
want?
what kind of fan is it? Like a one of those rotating ones?
No.
Ceiling.
I'm gonna, since I was only the assist and not the one, providing the death blow, as it were. I'm gonna be. I just all of a sudden turn into like a stick, and then I fan out beautifully, and just. And I just
blow right into-
I bow into. Yeah, I basically provide a gust to the pole.
Okay, and that totally gives you the extra little bit
Today.
of gusto you need to.
Rick puns. Register your
Gus-
opinions online.
Why would you? No. So yeah, you absolutely just hit that hit Mysteria straight on with the staff, and she's like, "That thing doesn't work on me." And then as it hits her, it's like, boom, it just like hits her right in the face, like, "Ow!"
If it nopes Cthulhu, what's it do to you?
Yeah, she recoils back from it, and with the wind blowing the other way, she starts to sort of like just dissipate, and then eventually you see her sort of dissipate into the wind and dematerialize exactly the way the other 2 did.
I think she's gone with the wind.
Oh. Wow. And
Frankly, Paige, I don't give a damn.
And I just blush scarlet.
So, you, down in the containment unit room,
That
Evil
checks out,
Slimer
actually.
is just... Evil Slimer has knocked you out, and you know that he is out in the building. And
Oh, no.
I'd say that you have gotten back up to your feet finally.
Is there an intercom nearby me that can tell the rest of the building that Evil Slimer is?
Let's see. Why don't you roll a Venkman
That's to the
roll
front door,
to
that's
see if you can find... character swap is over.
Oh.
But as the character swap ends, what I'm going to say is that
Oh no!
the fire station is just flooded by ghosts. They start coming in. They're all around you, and none of you notice, but one of you actually winds up getting possessed by a ghost. I think I dropped one.
I think the first handoff it got.
There we go.
This part is always so scary.
I know.
Everybody has something that tells you whether you are good or evil. One of you is evil. If you are evil for the next 15 minutes.
Alright, got it.
So Sam will set a timer. Thank you, Sam.
If you are or not, because I'm unfamiliar, is it obvious?
You are.
It's whatever you want to
If
be.
you were evil,
can,
it's up to you.
yeah,
You have 15 minutes to be real evil, so like.
Right, you can pretend to be good and try and sneak up behind people and get them and trick them into stuff. You can just turn straight to them right now and pull out your proton pack and start blasting your friends. It's whatever you want it to be.
If theoretically
Gotcha.
you're evil, which obviously you're not because you're asking questions about it, and I would give the like you know
Definitely
you're
Sam.
it's definitely.
Sam's definitely evil.
I mean, well, okay, but like which one of us got the paper?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not talking about real life. So yeah,
New cards.
Oh, right.
I gotta always be busting.
Always be busting.
the ghosts are flooding the station. You look out the window. Cthulhu is standing outside in front, sort of flapping his Cthulhu wings and arms, looking really scary. Ghosts are swarming around him. Prime Evil descends from the skies. He's come back and he's like, "Hey, I don't think this is as dangerous as that guy said. I'm feeling a little, maybe like I should have stuck around." He's like, "All right, let's get him, guys." And Prime Evil just starts, heading in toward the building.
Perfect.
What did you get on your roll?
I didn't roll yet.
Do you want to roll a Venkman roll? You can roll over your number.
How many?
You can roll 2 because you've been in the building for a little bit.
One under.
Over.
Over.
Your number
No,
is-
I need to roll. Fuck. Nope.
Jesus.
Well, one more time.
We got table rerolls. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I
Go
need
nuts.
4 rerolls to
Different-
find an intercom.
Go bananas.
You know what?
Wow.
Go
No,
melons.
This is how it works.
Yeah.
There we
good.
go.
Hey!
Yeah.
You know what? Evil Slimers.
You find it. It's only one success. So
Knocked him out.
let's say you find it and you hit the intercom button. What do you say?
Evil Slimer! Evil Slimer! Somewhere, I don't know where.
Yeah, and you only had one success, so you guys are upstairs, and suddenly all the intercoms come to life, and you hear, "Get Slimer, Slimer."
I think there's a Slimer.
Definitely a Slimer.
Oh, there's also a Primeval.
I
There is.
want to get on the
All right.
intercom.
What do you want to say?
Primeval, get Primeval, Primeval, shut up!
You hear that coming back through the intercom at you.
All right.
And Prime Evil just knocks down the front wall of the firehouse and comes in. That evil Slimer comes to him and spins around him.
Oh, all right.
Insurance claim.
Oh, I think we didn't get our temps on time, but we have one more staffing decision we can make. I would like to summon Ghoster now. Or I'd like to summon the Traveler.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give a proton pack to the pizza guy.
Please do.
Yes.
No, the pizza guy is in the closet crapping his pants. We'll roll
I'd like
to
to
see who's
summon
got to
the
clean that up.
Traveler.
You're
Yeah,
gonna have a janitor.
and you can summon the Traveler in any form you'd like. What would you like to summon?
In form of a really cool guy.
The form. Magic.
Yeah, let's go. Giant Kate McKinnon with an even more giant
Yes.
lollipop.
Okay. So you just hear the The choice is made. And Primeval looks up and he's like, what? Wait, who did what? And on that, you guys just, like, outside, suddenly it gets really dark, and even Cthulhu, like, stops and looks around like he's a little freaked out. And you hear, like, boom, boom, boom. That little water thing is shaking, and in the distance you see the silhouette appearing against the darkened sky, and as it gets closer and emerges into the light, what you see is a skyscraper-sized Kate McKinnon with a giant lollipop, it itself the size of a billboard or something. And she
I
just
would totally watch that.
walks down the street. Yep. And she's coming at the firehouse, and when she gets to the firehouse, she sees Cthulhu, and Cthulhu goes, like, roars up at her, and she just punches Cthulhu in the face, and Cthulhu just goes flying and disappears into the East River. Just, huge splashdown, Cthulhu gone. A lot, like, and then like all the ghosts that are like the ghost tornado that's around your building, she starts sort of swatting at it, and the ghosts sort of start dispersing a little bit, and then she reaches down into the front and goes to grab at Primeval, and she wraps her hands around Primeval, and Primeval's like, what the hell is going on? And she, like, pulls him out of the building and drags him outside, and he's like, whoa, I really loved you on Saturday Night Live. And she just pushes a fist down, hits him, like, square on the top of his head. And then she pulls it up, and he looks really disoriented. He's like, oh, okay.
Foo-foo style.
Enough of this. And on that, he's like, he thrusts his arm into the air, and he suddenly starts to grow. And he grows and grows and grows until he is all the way at Kate McKinnon size.
How dare.
And the two of them start throwing punches at each other, and you're all just watching this from the ground. Ghosts are swarming around you. Hey, Jeff! Thank you for the $10. Guys, again, you've been so incredibly generous with us. We are so grateful. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are watching this from the ground. Evil Slimer just comes shooting straight at the five of you. He
Evil
is...
Slimer now, I guess.
Yeah, and Evil Slimer...
Alright.
He's like Slimer, but evil.
I want to turn to Paige.
Sorry, what?
I want to turn to Paige. They can handle the ghost. It's one ghost.
I'd like to fire up all, like, 45 sentient proton packs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Proton packs!
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
why don't you roll... Well, he actually succeeded in... He actually got a really good roll before when he set up those sentient proton packs. So I'm not going to make you roll. I'm going to say is that you actually... Right, he gives you the remote control, and you hit those sentient proton packs, and they come rolling out of the technology room, and before...
Oh, just like a whole bay of them? Like a cliffhanger bay?
Yeah, like just this. They come rolling on out. It's like, you know, all these sentient. And then from behind them, all of a sudden, let's say Tolan and Haltzman come out, the real Haltzman, and they're wearing those, you know, pink slime proton pack guns from Ghostbusters 2. And she's like, "Watch this! This is going to be so awesome!" And they just start dousing, you know, the automated proton packs with the pink slime, and the pink slime proton packs sort of they go from being all mechanical to suddenly kind of coming to life a little bit, and you know, looking at themselves a little, and just looking at the ghost, and then they're like, beep, 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 and they start like pointing and beeping at the ghost, and then all of a sudden, all of them start firing, and just like Evil Slimer has no idea what to do. He just started chasing around in circles, and
I hit the ground.
you hit the ground.
Oh yeah. I hit it immediately.
Okay, you hit the ground, and let's say all those bots, they catch Evil Slimer in some proton pack streams.
Yeah, I would like
Back it
to, trap.
Trap. Okay, so you grab a trap, and let's say you throw it out there, and we'll call this a Bankman roll. You want to roll over your number. You're an experienced Ghostbuster. You want to roll 2. Let's see how accurately you deploy the trap.
2 dice.
Can I try to stop the trap?
Can you try and stop the trap? Yeah, you absolutely can try and stop the trap. Hang on a sec. Why don't you roll your 2 first? You wanna roll over your number. Your number is 3. That's one success.
Use a table rule and make this harder for you.
Paige.
2 successes.
2
There
successes.
is no
Take
cage.
this. Take this!
Well, he throws the trap out, 2 successes, he hits it, and Evil Slimer starts getting sucked down into the trap. You see Evil Slimer being pulled down. What are you doing?
I'm
I hand you this.
Yes, I grabbed this.
I think it's a spatula.
Yes, the spatula.
You gave
the
her
knife.
You gave her the
And
spatula?
a spatula. Yeah, you trust
Yeah.
her implicitly.
So what do you
Yeah.
want to do to try and stop the trap? What are you doing? You gonna shoot it with a proton pack or throw the spatula at it? What? Take your pick.
I'm
flip that
evil,
bitch.
so yeah, I'm throwing the spatula. I'm
Okay.
evil right
Sure.
Where are you throwing it?
Let
At him. I don't know.
I don't
Max?
think you very much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh,
I am personally offended and deeply respect your
Okay.
skill.
You're trying to stop the deployment of the trap.
Yes,
As he's
before he
throwing the trap.
deploys it, he's
Yeah.
secondly.
Say the thing. Say the thing you were about to say. It was good. It was cool.
I don't remember what it was now.
There is no page.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Paige, what are you doing?
There is no page. There is only Zool.
So why don't you roll to see if you hit him with the
Summoning
spatula?
the traveler was only inevitable.
It's a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number. You can
As
roll
possessed.
1 because you are not much of an action hero. Oh no, you can roll 2 because you are the Indiana Jones action hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over my number.
Yeah, you Venkman roll.
Under
You
my
want to roll
number.
over your number. Yeah.
You've got, and you
Evil
have
reroll. Do
also
it.
table
Yeah.
rerolls. I
Yeah.
I'm
should
gonna
not
use
be
one
telling
table
you these.
reroll.
You really should. Whose side are you on? Can you get to?
I am on the
evil?
side of evil.
You always are. It doesn't matter what the
Yeah, it says double.
It does not.
Two ESPs.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
You got a question?
How do I toss it at him without necessarily hurting him, just knocking him out?
Oh, you're evil. You're evil, babe. Lean into it.
Oh, fine.
I will say that those 2 successes.
Yeah, where is his weak point?
The body sort of area.
Besides the tenders.
Yeah, his weak point is square on the jaw. He's got a glass jaw, and let's say with those 2 successes, you can hit him straight in it. So
Okay,
you
the
just take.
spatula's gonna just go and create a line. You now have a butt chin.
And yeah, that spatula hits you and it knocks you out, and as it does, you kind of pull the trap because it's
Hey, what's
on,
it you down?
because like the trap's on a cable, so you kind of pull it, and as you deploy
yeah.
the trap, it opens up and it starts sucking her in. And Allison is now like trying to hold on for dear life, scraping against the floor as the trap is trying to pull her in.
Absolutely the literal fuck not again.
I can't touch anything. I can't grab anything.
I'm gonna leap for it and try to shut this whole thing down.
Okay, that is definitely a Venkman roll. You
Yep.
want to roll over your number. You're kind of actiony. You did your training stuff, so let's say 2, because you can only be so prepared for a situation like this. That's 2. You want to roll over. Your number is 2.
Nope, I'm saving Allison. Dr.
Does
Allison.
Paige know what's going on, or is she
2 successes.
completely
You're just you.
like?
Your evil switch was
You're
flipped.
completely.
You're wearing a
possessed.
goatee right
You're
now.
Possessed.
Good.
Yes, for another probably
4 minutes.
4 minutes or something.
3 minutes,
I
exactly.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, you're just out of it. Go, it's
Just making sure.
I have always wanted to know what it was like inside the trap, but I really don't want to know what it's like inside the trap.
And you get there and you hit the failsafe, which it closes the trap in a second, and you are released.
And you land on top of me and slam all the frack over me.
Right.
You're out cold. What are you doing?
So I've seen all of that happen.
Yeah, you came back upstairs. You've been sort of.
So what?
Watching.
Who's in the room now? Like what? Other, like is which ghosts are in the room?
Right now, we'll say like the room is.
Evil Slimer's still there.
Evil Slimer is still around.
Okay.
The room is kind of flooded with ghosts. She is possessed. I will say you have figured that out by
Okay.
now.
There's only so much to celebrate.
And ghosts are like swarming around the room now. They have started.
You have a proton pack on?
You have a proton pack, yeah.
Okay. I just like to start just blasting the ghosts that are around me.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, let's make a Venkman roll.
Violence.
You can roll 1. You want to roll over your number, because again, you're not super experienced here.
Yeah. Okay.
1 Venkman roll, your number is 4.
I rolled 6.
You rolled 6.
Yes.
You start hitting ghosts, and because those proton packs have been upgraded by Tracy the Gorilla, the ghosts instantaneously are sort of repelled. You know, you're not bothering to catch them because you don't quite have enough traps to do all that. But as you start blasting around you, like you start clearing a space a little bit, and the ghosts sort of start Sorry.
I like how haunted this set is.
I know.
It is.
very
Everything's
spooky.
being knocked.
Sorry about
I
that.
move my hands a lot when I talk. What am I gonna do? So yeah, you start clearing a space around the Ghostbusters. You are starting to come back to consciousness
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
I
but-
want to try to help get him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like lean down and get into his ear and say, "You're not making your quarterly numbers."
Oh my god.
You roll a Venkman roll.
Yep.
You can roll 2. You want to roll over your number.
Am I an expert at getting into a salesman's head?
Okay, you can roll 4. Just for that one.
That's appropriate.
3 successes, one of which is an ESP.
Okay, you have a question?
Really though, where's my puppy ghost at?
There's
Or like an actually friendly ghost, like just
We already have
beyond
that.
the Dr. Tully. Look at it, where I want my little
Thanks.
puppy. I just want to know about like, are they in the world somewhere?
You will get a ghost puppy before the game is over. I'll tell you that.
I'll go kill a dog. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's not.
So you were rolling to see if you can get him up.
Dreams.
Alright.
Hang on.
Yeah.
That worked. You sort of wake
Yeah.
up, but like you're a little disoriented from getting hit on the head, so you sort of try and get up, but you kind of stumble. And then at a
One time offer.
Make a quota, come on.
Go deal.
And what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm standing
I'm
up.
still shooting ghosts.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I'm standing up, looking at evil Paige and going, "Get out of my sister, you bitch!" And I'm diving into Paige.
You know what? And since that's right on time, that totally works, and you knock the
Yes!
possessing ghost right out of Paige.
Nice.
And that
Knock
possessing
that
ghost
ghost
gets,
out.
shot out, and it's, you
Yeah.
hear it kind of scream, and it flies back out into, the other mess of ghosts that you're blasting at. You are holding off those ghosts. You have got your senses back.
The hell was that? Welcome back. Sorry, slammed you again. You went evil there for a bit.
What?
Yeah.
You hit me with a spatula.
Occupational hazard.
To be fair, you shot me last time, so.
Fine.
The doctor.
And,
All right.
and
All right.
outside, you guys look outside.
Please don't sue me.
Ghosts are swirling around you, and I'm going to say you all just as a yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, you
continue.
got something? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Go for it. What do you got?
Oh, all right. Everyone, I've got an idea. You fend them off for now. I'm gonna go cause a small distraction. I'll be right back. Oh, quick thing. Here. There's upstairs in our old hiding spot. In that old book. With the that book that you love. You used to study it all the time. The caves. What is it called when you go into caves? You explore caves. What is that called?
Dungeoneering?
No. That. What was it?
Dungeoneering?
No. The other one.
Exploring?
No.
Spelunking?
It starts with an S.
Spelunking?
Yeah, that one. That book of spelunking. I hit. There's an envelope. One of those. The yellow ones. What are they called?
Manila
Manila
envelope.
envelopes. Inside there. Me and my old colleague.
Man, whatever it is. you're
Winifred
becoming-
I
Walcott.
can't wait to do this.
Winifred Walcott, my old associate. We hid plans to the birthday present. The projectionist
Yeah,
thing.
the magnet thing.
Yeah. I think.
You know that's why you died.
Yeah, but if you can go find my plans and possibly recreate it, stick the talisman in it, you might be able to project the portal, and we might be able to send all these things back to where I came from. My second me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Go find those things.
All right.
I'm running towards it.
Sure, you go running towards where you keep your old stuff when you moved into the firehouse, and let's
I've
say
got work to do outside.
do a Venkman roll. Roll.
I'm the dancer again.
Says the scientist for the first time.
Elisa, make a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number? You can roll 2. Your number is 4.
I don't get the sisterly bond of knowing exactly where she...
No, when you moved in, it's just like a bunch of boxes that are not unpacked. So now you got to go searching through them to see if you can find this thing. So you want to roll 2. You want to roll over your number. It's Venkman. You're searching wildly. One success.
Right.
All right. One success is a success. You trash a lot of your stuff. You start knocking stuff over left and right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The fate
it
of the
doesn't
world
matter.
alone. But you come up with that book, and in it you find these plans, and you bring the plans back down. and you show the plans to the science team, Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, and Miller. And they start looking over them.
Yes.
No, so what is your plan here?
So, it's the schematics for the
ghost magnet.
satellite thing that we
Right.
built. Me and Walcott.
Walcott,
We,
right.
we built that satellite. So since there's like 8,000 ghosts outside, we're gonna need a satellite again. So there's schematics. So we might be able to jury rig some sort of smaller version that we can attach the talisman to, because we needed a 5th dimension item, the talisman, and
Yeah.
the schematics for the projector.
You
basically.
have been rolling on behalf of the science team. Roll 3 Spengler die. You want to roll under. Right
Yes.
now, Yates, Gilbert, Holtzman, and Miller are pouring over those
2 successes.
2 successes. And Garrett looks up. He's like, I think we can work with this. Give us a minute. And then they all head back into the back room, and you suddenly start hearing hammering and sawing and all sorts of
getting
high-tech
hammered back
construction
there.
sounds.
Spikes.
A lot of hammering involved in this.
Spikes shooting.
Yes.
Spikes shooting.
All right.
And they're hard at work, and out front you guys see that Prime Evil and Kate McKinnon are still just trading blows. They're just they are going back and forth and back and forth. Neither can get any kind of advantage until all of a sudden from behind Prime Evil this other giant fist swipes out of nowhere and hits him in the back of the head. And Kate McKinnon looks behind him, and Giant Mate McKinnon sees the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty standing there, and the two of them start wailing on Prime Evil from both sides. And Prime Evil, he can't take it, and he starts shrinking back down to regular size. And as he does, he comes back down towards the ground, and he falls to the ground outside the firehouse. And his ghosts sort of gather around him, and that's what you are seeing. And from the back
I'd like
room.
to play motivationally happy music from my phone.
Okay.
Good Spotify
Statue of Liberty
playlist.
going, yeah.
Sure. You do you want to search through your phone to see if you have
Something
Jackie
to
Wilson?
motivate, yeah, we need some Jackie.
I think that's what it is, right? It's like "Love Is Lifting Me Higher" by
Yeah.
Jackie Wilson. Sure. That's a Venkman roll. You want to roll over your number? You can roll 1.
1 for Spotify.
I also
Sorry,
appreciate Kate.
Yeah, because Spotify's unreliable.
Right, I definitely do not have a pro account, so it's like I'm going to Jackie Wilson, hitting shuffle, I'm like, there's like a 1 in 40 chance.
Positive
So you're
thinking.
saying
I get it.
You
they
got
got chance.
Yeah, and your surprisingly loud phone starts belting out, baby, your love is lifting me higher. And the Statue of Liberty just starts like dancing, and
It's a
Kate
real
McKinnon.
say anything.
Yeah. Giant Kate McKinnon and the Statue of Liberty kind of like dancing and swaying to the music and stuff. And Prime Evil's ghosts are circling around him. And Garrett and Yates and Gilbert and Holtzman and Tolan come out of the back room, and they're all carrying this giant thing. And they're like, I think we got it together. And they sort of set it down.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. You turn it on. I have one more trick up my sleeve. And I shrink instantly, and I'm just gonna, I turn into a tiny cockroach.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. It's the cockroach network. There's cockroaches. I'm talking to you as the cockroach. There are literally ghosts of cockroaches in every dimension. Cockroaches are everywhere. They've lived for every time period. They're everywhere. I'm gonna talk to them psychically, because all ghost cockroaches are connected psychically. That's how they move. And I'm gonna
I
call
did not know this.
every Ghostbuster and everything to come help us with these 8 million ghosts. Look at me, Paige.
And
Can you guess what I am?
Feel like a little cockroach from like the Anastasia movie.
okay,
I
so
start dancing.
what I'm gonna say.
In the dark of the night, I will find you. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a dancing one of those?
Have you ever seen it?
What is she? She's. Which form is she in?
What, Anastasia?
No. What am
A cockroach.
I?
Okay, so on that, what I will say is, why don't you make a roll on behalf of the science team to see how this ghost magnet works? You can roll 3. You want to roll under your number.
You're such a ghost
which is a
magnet,
4.
darling.
I know.
2 successes.
successes.
Yes.
Well,
I channel my mother. Hello, Ghostbusters.
Garrett and Gilbert each put, Miller and Gilbert put their hands on this on these two switches, and they're like, "Well, here goes nothing." And they flip it on, and the thing starts humming, and suddenly, like, all the ghosts around you start coming like moths to the flame, like straight at this thing, and they're sort of all circling around it very tightly. And you fly over to this to one of these old Egon computers that's set up there, and you put your hands on the computer, and suddenly this ghostly energy starts radiating through you into the computers, and the computers kind of all come to life and start sparking, and suddenly like this portal just opens in front of them, and then a portal opens behind you, and a portal opens like on the ceiling, and suddenly portals start popping open everywhere, and out of one of them comes like the Filmation Ghostbusters, like it's Tracy the Gorilla and Futura, and they're all there, and then the real Ghostbusters, like the ones who aren't out here without, other than Miller and Egon, and a million Ghostbusters you've never seen from an infinite number of dimensions just start popping out, all of them, proton packs, charging, shooting at these millions of ghosts swarming around this thing. And just traps start flying at it everywhere. There's just light, explosions of light. It's just an incredible thing to see as all these ghosts are getting sucked in, proton beams shooting everywhere.
Cockroach Network works every time. And then I poof back up. But I forgot to shake the cockroach, so I'm a giant cockroach in a showgirl's outfit now.
You are a giant cockroach in a showgirl's outfit, and
My queen.
the ghosts are all gone, and all the Ghostbusters turn their packs on Primeval, and they start blasting him and blasting him and blasting him, and then let's say Holtzman comes up and she pulls a bag that she had been dragging along with her way back at the beginning, and she reaches into it. She's like, "Oh yeah, we found one more thing when we pulled you guys out of the fifth dimension," and she reaches into it and she pulls out Excalibur, and Holtzman's like, "We figured out how to use this thing now." And as Primeval is just getting belted by all the Ghostbusters, including you guys, let's say, he's got just like a infinite number of proton streams on him. Holtzman comes over and she swirls Excalibur around him, and just as Merlin did way back in the day, she plants it in the ground in front of him, and with a lightning flash, Primeval's like, "No, not again, not again!" And you see him sucked back into the fifth dimension, and the fifth dimension just seals up behind him. And everything is quiet.
Throw some cards through it.
Take that, we're the Ghostbusters.
And everything is quiet, and all the ghosts are gone. And what I will say is, all the Ghostbusters go back to their native dimensions. And you guys are back in New York now. We'll say you're still, the Lady Ghostbusters are still here with you hanging out. Let's say Egon Egon has been returned. Let's say you guys have, you managed to suck him back out with your Call All the Ghostbusters thing. And Garrett's still around hanging out with you guys.
I'm chilling by the fifth dimension tunnel.
And you're chilling by the fifth dimensional tunnel. Holtzman kind of walks over to you and is like, "So, you want to join the team?" And she points at Yates, Gilbert, and Holtzman's like, and Colin. She's like, "We could use a ghost member."
Well, that's awful sweet of you. But I already have a crew.
Say yes, though. They're awesome.
I know. I technically I was already part of your crew. I resent the statement, but I have been traveling with you for a while now. I didn't know I wasn't part of the crew yet, but...
And she says, "Fair enough. Well, we got a parting gift for you. Me and Egon and Garrett, we all kind of put our heads together to see if we come up with something." And she puts this little device on the table, and she says, "This device can pull souls back from the fifth dimension in a way that makes them corporeal again. We don't know that it works. It
What?
could work." And she says it has about a 50-50 chance of working. So
I can taste food again?
you can do everything again.
Oh no, you can
We are
build
not.
things again.
So roll. You have a D6.
Oh boy.
If you roll even, you come back. If you roll odd, the machine doesn't work.
Okay.
And everybody gathers around to watch as you put your
There are
hand
two
over the
rerolls.
machine and you go, "No whammies, no whammies, no whammies." You rolled odd. The machine didn't work. You hit it, nothing happens.
stupid thing and I kick it.
Oh, kick it?
Yeah, kick it.
Oh.
Kick it
No,
again.
no, break
Another
it, no,
odd.
break it.
You hit it again and the
Okay,
machine does not work.
wait. We're doing maybe it's like a puzzle box.
Have Paige look at it.
Okay, Paige. What does it look like? Are we pushing the wrong button? Any markings? Do you see any markings? Roll. Well, I guess this.
Yeah. I'm twisting
Okay.
a Rubik's Cube.
And you hit that thing, and this time there's like a burst of light, and the light sort of encompasses
Oh,
you.
I feel warm.
And suddenly, like, the green color starts draining out of you as you start returning to your normal color palette, and your uniform starts solidifying
Am I still a
back into
cockroach?
its brown. No, you're not a cockroach. You are not a cockroach. Unless you want to be. No.
I mean, I'm still wearing the necklace, so.
And
You are in a fantastic dress.
you totally recorporealize, and you and your sister.
I felt that.
Hey, wait, guess what? I can still slime you. Ow!
And to epilogue a little bit, you guys hug. It's a joyous reunion. The 5 of you walk outside. Let's say the Lady Ghostbusters head back to their native dimension. Garrett and Egon head back to their native dimension. Didn't you have a goal way back when in the beginning of the game?
Why, yes, I did.
What was your goal?
You said that I would get something relevant to that before the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, sorry, I run over a dog.
You run over it.
God.
I thereafter run over you.
It was an accident. It just jumped out.
But you may have noticed that I had a bit of a side hustle, coat of powder, energy blast, next big thing. You may also have noticed that I had a sister and a niece. My niece is in need of a service dog.
Oh,
We've been talking about this.
Kate McKinnon. Open
He's
that
a
puppy
service
dimension.
dog?
No,
Oh.
open the puppy dimension.
Kate McKinnon's gone.
Oh, I thought she was still there. Oh, they left.
They just left.
Yeah, they
just left. Dang it!
We're not going to be able to.
Oh,
what-
I can't get her a.
But what I will say is, as they all
Does it
head
need
off,
to be a dog?
Suddenly,
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Legally, it has to be either a
wait.
dog or a horse. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Can't be a service dragon.
This was on me while I was being magicked. So wouldn't Fuzzy Bottom go with me? Fuzzy Bottom's gotta recorporealize.
sure, for Fuzzy Bottom's corporeal.
Does Fuzzy
A
Bottom
service
corporealize
bugger?
a dog?
Fuzzy Bottom is a 6 or 8-legged dog.
Fuzzy or Bottom corporealizes as an 8-legged dog.
Baby!
That's how we're gonna do that. It's gonna go another way with that, but we're gonna do this like this. And
General Von Fuzzy Bottom III, you were a puppy the whole time? He's really well trained.
and you get an 8-legged dog, an 8-legged service dog.
My niece is gonna love this.
It is from the 5th dimension.
She loves fifth dimensional stuff. Every poster in her room is Backstreet Boys. I don't understand why, or the fifth dimension.
Oh, they're from the 5th dimension.
That makes sense.
They have
It all
like a
comes together.
300-year career there.
All right, and on that, you guys head out of the building to chants of Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. All of New York is there. They're chanting for you. They've seen the battle you've won. Your parents show up, and they are just hugging the both of you. And your mom walks up and she's like, I guess we were wrong. Guess you really were a Ghostbuster. And they hug you. And what I say is all 5 of you stay in New York and you go to work at the New York Firehouse and you become the new Ghostbusters. And now with your new reputation, business takes off. You guys are respected. You are rich. You are famous. You are on the cover of Sales magazine.
Always be busted.
By the way, Cliff, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cliff, you get a ghost hunting show on some like 3rd-tier cable station. And the 2 of you get the respect and love of your parents and are now in charge of the world's
I
most
write
successful
so
Ghostbusters franchise.
many books, like 5th Dimension. What's it about? You know.
Yeah, you are a very sought-after speaker. You command a very high hourly fee.
You should see my TED Talk.
Right, how to cook a pancake in the 5th dimension.
Very highly rated.
Yeah, be careful with that one. That it comes with barf bags.
And on
You can walk
that,
out.
as you all kind of get what you want in sort of a weird way, our Ghostbusters theme starts up, and let's play us out. We are done. Thank you so much, everybody. This was a ton of fun. You guys are amazing. That went totally different than I ever thought it would. I can't believe we got all that stuff. You guys, what you got from last time was Dracula, the Loch Ness Monster, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Sam Wheat from Ghost, Cthulhu, and the ability to summon the Traveler from last time.
He's a very
You guys, you have been so amazingly generous with us. We are kind of bowled over.
Can I tell you my secret objective, friend?
Reveal the secret objective.
Fuck.
Dude!
Make me say words. I can
Oh
only
my
imagine.
gosh! Oh my gosh! So my secret objective was to get Elisa to say these things: spatula, cockroach, snuffleupagus, dumpling, Alka-Seltzer, spelunking, and Manila. I did it, but my goodness! Every time you filled in the blank right before Brooke cheated, I was like, "Stop it!"
I hate your objective.
You did that one was built to be a pain in the ass, and you
Oh
did.
man!
Effort.
I was like,
was so
like,
lucky.
just say it. I was like, okay.
What am I? What am I?
So, real quick, let's go around the table, starting over Mr. DeNova.
Where can we find you on the internet?
Tell us where we can find you.
You can find me at It's DeNova on Twitter and Instagram. I don't really post there, but if you want to follow, go ahead. And I'm usually Ricky and Sundry doing all those kind of magical things.
He's
at Twitch.
everywhere.
Yeah, if you've heard of the internet. I'm Max Isaacson. You can find me at Brosis Movies, like Brother Sister Movies, or you can see my work at brosismovies.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. You can find me on Mondays at Plunders and Blunders podcast with both of the lovely DeVivos. Wherever fine podcasts are distributed, you can also find me with Gina DeVivo on Shield of Tomorrow, the Star Trek RPG show on Geek and Sundry at 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time, as well as on Alpha, the Behind the Shield of Tomorrow after show that I host. And just announced today, hot off the presses, coming up soon on June 13th, I will be on a show, Maze Arcana, playing under B. Dave Walters, who has graced our presence as shown up.
Yeah.
Shown up!
We've had B.A. twice. He's amazing. We love him.
He's terrific, and you can watch us be terrific together, coming soon.
That's awesome.
Me!
DeVivos?
Hello, I've been Gina DeVivo. You can find me at Pocket Gina on Twitter and all of the things Sam said, and also Wednesday nights, Weave Society, also on Geek and Sundry.
Weave is great.
And also, Champions of the Earth. Check it out. Also where
great.
fine podcasts are distributed.
Elisa?
And I'm Elisa. You can find me at Stitchy Baby, STITCHYBABIE 22. Pretty much on any platform. Do the Plunders and Blunders and
the Blunders. And the Blunders.
Blunder.
yeah, that's me.
That's you.
I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG. Next week we will be back with the Carrier Penguins. I am super psyched about, and we will have Sam and Max and Gina, and we will be welcoming back Omar Najam and Eliza Pearl, who are here for a Fast and Furious game. And that one is going to be, I'm so looking forward to that. You saw what happened to the poor Carrier Penguins tonight.
How dare!
Hail that.
A Reaper murdered
Maybe.
a penguin.
He just lost his hat and bag. Could be alive. I don't know.
That's the way I'm
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
Anything's
Better.
possible. Yeah, so next week, Carrier Penguins. Tomorrow night on Saving Throw is Legacy. And on Legacy, they have a special guest, maybe the most special guest of all.
Who could that possibly be, Rick?
It's me, actually. Yeah, I will be on Legacy tomorrow night. I don't know, I guess they were desperate for somebody. They gave me the call, I showed up. Please tune in, and say hi to us. Very excited about it. Great show, Stephen Pope, great GM. And I think that is all the announcements and everything. See you next week for Carrier Penguins. Thank you. Yes. You guys were amazing.
Thank you guys.
You guys were incredibly generous and amazing too. See you next week. Thank you for tempting fate with us. Ah.
Walking the dog sounds so pretty when it's played by a jazz man. Sleeping the frog is some ditty when it's played by a band so grand. Well, any tune sounds like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me something that's jazzy, and you make a hit with me. Come, everybody jazz it, jazz it, all over town. Do it, boy. All of the best folks throughout the land are dancing and prancing to an old jazz band. Oh, brother, I'm lifted wild about it 'cause it's something new. So everybody jazz it, jazz it, let's start jazzing it too. Only the man started playing on that doggone saxophone. Oh, Abraham, keep a swaying when you play on the slide trombone. Tell that boy who plays the fiddle just to play a bit off key. And have the man from Savannah playing on that piano, play some jazz for harmony.